Hello, welcome to the Tournameta podcast episode. How many on? 4? I'm just pretending I don't know. It's exciting. We're on our 4th one. I've been let back out of the cage. I actually was suffering of a little bit of malnutrition, so I couldn't do the last podcast on Monday. But today we've got a special guest. We always have a special guest, but today is even more special because it's somebody not from Queensland for the very first time.
Wahoo.
Number 4. We got that one done pretty quickly. It is Pudge, the CEO of Couchwarriors. Not a CEO, obviously, but the head of Couchwarriors.
Howdy, guys. What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm loving Queensland. You guys, public transport, it's good.
You like the weather?
Yeah, dude, it's so
today,
hot. It's so hot, brother. I was boiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was raining, but outside of that, it was really hot. Like, your state's very humid.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not used to it, little pasty white Melbourne boy.
I reckon this winter's pretty trash in terms of how far winters go anyways.
Oh, it's so bad in Melbourne. It's like -3.
I went down there for a reception party for somebody's engagement party.
Right.
And I froze my balls off. It was
Yeah.
so cold, I couldn't believe it. But then I came back up and I'm like, you know what? This is pretty good.
This is
actually.
good. I'll live with this.
It's like perfect weather every day. Anyway, a little bit about yourself. You can add on.
Yeah, please. I'd love to.
You are the head of Couchwarriors, which is a brand that has come in through Queensland. You're also in New South Wales and you're also in Melbourne.
Yeah. Looking to be in New South Wales. Not just
okay.
yet, but we're in talks. Yeah.
Okay. So Queensland and Victoria are the only two states at the moment.
Yeah.
Right. And you host the Randbats in Queensland.
Yep.
I think you do a lot more work in Melbourne.
Yeah, I honestly, like, the Queensland guys are so self-sufficient because it's just like very good eggs that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So we like check in on them and we're like, how are you guys doing? They're like, everything's perfect. And we're like, cool. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, they're pretty. Shout out to them.
The old like Team Solid plus like Ellis and all that are real good TOs. I couldn't really want anything else.
Though sometimes, they have to play in the sets because they get pretty far into the bracket.
Yeah, that's what's great about being terrible at the game. Like, I can TO and then like play my sets and get like 17th and be like, all right, now I can do the thing.
The TO nerf is real though.
I don't know. I don't reckon it's okay. I think the TO nerf isn't real. The stream runner nerf is real.
Okay.
Because when I'm like trying to run stream and nothing's working and I'm like literally pulling my hair out, and then it's like, Jack, you gotta go play fucking like Tommy. I'm like, I will actually kill myself.
Or Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah, I might. I mean, I might have to one day. one of these days. That's just a slight.
But, I mean, you're doing a fantastic job so far. I mean, if
I
you continue to expand,
good.
it's successful. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
you should be proud.
I think the idea that like we have with like Couchwarriors is that like giving the current grassroots scenes tools, backing, money, equipment to grow the scene as much as they can, whether that be Smash or FGC, and then on top of that, being able to push for like sponsors, for more branding, which goes back into the community, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like that's basically the plan. Like the more cohesive a brand you have, the easier it is to sell to sponsors. Like saying, oh yeah, we run all the tournaments in Melbourne. The scope's very small. Oh, we run 7 monthlies in the 7 states in Australia. Plus we do this. It's way easier to tell sponsors that like, hey, this is like actually a thing, which helps us in the end.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you guys will also have to try and be investing in the stream industry, right? Like, you got to get Couchwarriors' name out there on Twitch and so it's recognizable.
Well, that's actually a good way to talk. We have the Twitch band path to Evo, which is Bradley won season 1. DD, that's why I went to America.
Yeah.
So it's basically every Couchwarriors monthly plus a few sponsored monthlies that aren't Couchwarriors exactly. But we don't want to leave these states out. Something like OHN, something like Standing Fierce in I want to say it's Auckland, but I'm so bad with New Zealand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty much you get points. The more points you have, you get into like a bracket, and if you win the bracket, you go to Evo this year. So right now we're doing like an off season where you get flights to Couchwarriors Cross Up in Melbourne in December.
Yeah.
And then it'll reset. And next, leading up to BAM after Couchwarriors Cross Up will be more flights to Evo. So we hope to do that every year. Sort of leverage, like relationship with Twitch to sort of get the Australian FGC out there. It's been really good so far.
And it's tough too, because like if you look at a lot of what tournament organizing was for a lot of like for fighting game communities lifespan, it's been like a non-profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really difficult to sort of like Twitch has an ability to circumvent that, but like in terms of cash stream or cash flows other than like through Twitch, it'd be just, you know,
hoping that enough people come.
Exactly.
I mean, BAM lost money up until this one.
Oh.
Not lost money. Like when I say lost money, we were like in the red, like 500 for you know, a tens of $1,000 event.
So basically,
like not the end of the world. You know, we make that in like one monthly event.
Okay.
So sorry, I've just screwed the cord up here. Yeah, so like seeking alternate revenue streams is really important. And Twitch is going to be a big one. Like the big roadblock right now is that Australians don't watch that much Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, you're on the front page of Twitch in Australia and you're getting like 600 viewers.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, which is good. It's really good. But obviously the roadblock is just like infrastructure.
Yeah.
In Australia is so shitty that it's like it can be hard to get people. You know, our entire country isn't connected. The 20 million people in our country don't have good enough internet.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but, you know, people outside the major cities, people without NBN, can't really be affording to be watching Twitch streams all day.
Yeah, definitely true. It's a rough life.
Yeah.
We dug a little bit into what I want to talk about, maybe too quickly. I want to back out a little bit.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Talk about you a little bit more.
Okay.
All right. So you've actually been in the scene for a really long time.
Yeah,
mostly
a decent
through
long.
Smash, but you've ended up in a position where you are over the top of a lot of these different fighting games.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that Smash holds like a special place in a lot of fighting game communities? Because I know it's super divisive for like the other fighting game communities.
So like I love. Okay, so it's actually sort of like what I was saying with Melee. When you come from like different backgrounds, like Smash or... Okay, so how do I put it? So obviously people who play Smash are obviously very different from people in the FGC, right? Like they're very different type of people, different community. So it's just like hard to gel. And if you try and force it, then it's just not going to work because people resent that.
100%.
So I think getting back to your point is just like we're divided. We could not be divided, but it'll take a lot of things. And I don't know what those things are. I'm just a small pea-brain boy, you know.
Probably
but I'm always thinking about it. Yeah, like
I feel like whenever a new game comes in, everyone always just like hates on that for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what you can unite on.
Yeah,
it's probably not healthy, but
super not healthy, but we'll take it, I think.
Yeah. No, that's really good. But do you reckon that like your experience in Smash tournaments has sort of helped like been enough for you to be like, okay, I understand what's going on?
Oh yeah, totally. It's all the same shit, man.
Yeah.
The only difference is like streaming, really. Streaming and like weird rules like counter picks in Tekken, like how you counter pick. Like, you can't switch off your character in Tekken. Like, if you win a round, you can't switch over. Which is sort of fucked up in, like, those Game 3 situations. Where if you, like, you lose round 1, you switch, you win round 2, then he can, like, counter-pick your character, but you can't. Like, that seems like such a stupid rule to me. Maybe Tekken people can tell me if I'm being an idiot.
Didn't they have the rule that you had to go random in, like, some of the American tournaments, like random stage?
Yeah, I think it is random. Yeah, Tekken World Tour is random stage.
And you couldn't gentleman's it.
Yeah,
It was illegal to gentleman's to another stage.
Well, like, and they've got the Tekken World Tour dojo stuff now, which is like if you have enough people, you can get points for the Tekken World Tour, even if it's a small event.
Yeah.
Which means you have to run it by the Tekken World Tour rule set, which is, you know...
Yeah.
Which is good, because it means everyone's using one united rule sets.
Yeah.
If I could do that with Smash, I would. Every day of the week. It'd be so good. I'd never go into the Senate and hear Ghost talking about fucking... some bullshit and me going like, oh, I do not have time for this.
And you would ban the hero.
I would ban hero. Set. I'm 80%. I'm 80% on banning hero. Yeah.
Because I thought he was absolutely busted, and then I played against him recently, and he doesn't seem as busted as I thought. He seems dumb.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing, right? The reason we ban him isn't because he's good, because in reality he's probably not that good. He's too like high variance.
Yeah.
He's probably like a low top tier, right? But the reason we ban him, we don't ban items because they're too good.
Yeah.
We ban items because they don't actually show the skill
of the player
that we want. So, like, you know, you jumping in and him randomly picking a Magic Burst, which, by the way, Magic Burst at 100 mana kills Squirtle at 0 on Yoshi's Island.
Great.
Yeah. So, like, that's just obviously not showing... That's showing the I pressed down B and got lucky skill, not the, I outplayed my opponent's skill.
Or you get Hocus Pocus and then
you just turn big. I love big Hocus Pocus. Like, Hocus Pocus is such a big brain, like, idea. I think I love Hero. I think he's such good design, but he's not a good competitive design. Like, if I was 10, I would never, ever not play Hero. You could not catch me on any other character, you know. But it's just sad that he's, like, garbage competitively.
Yeah.
You know, real sad.
That's rough. So, you reckon that Sunny Side Up should have had it banned?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't. I stand with their call because it's like... I think every major needs to talk to their own scene.
Yeah.
Battle Dolphin took to his own scene, saw what they wanted. I think their opinions are wrong, but I think the TO's choice on what to do was right.
Yeah, I definitely think it was the right choice considering, like, now that you mention it, definitely the Queensland audience would have been pretty up in arms.
Yeah, totally.
They,
I think, though, right, I think we're going to have... I mean, after I've talked to the Senate, right? And for anyone who doesn't know, the Smash Senate is like the group of all the TOs in Australia. We get together, we talk, we try and get like a united rule set, so we're all like playing on, you know, one rule set. So you know, it was more important in Smash 4 where there were like customs, there were like all these shitty janky stages that idiots kept running.
Right.
Yes, but now it's less important because everyone sort of plays the same thing. It's just like you might have a stage different or two. Isn't the biggest difference.
So how about the argument then that, because, you know, this gets brought up every single time we talk about banning a character or a stage, is that if our players ever travel internationally or into a scene that hasn't got Hero banned, what do they do?
I remember having this this thing, and that's why I wanted to keep Bayonetta at the end of Smash 4.
Yeah.
And I'm quite biased because Bayonetta is my favourite Smash character ever. And I love Bayonetta. I think she's like the best design character. She would be the best design character if like Single Hit Witch Twist didn't exist, if her like disadvantage wasn't so good that like you can never hit her. But I think Duan like explained it to me and he had like a really good argument. I was like, yeah, fair enough. The reason we want to take a stand and ban them first is because you probably won't get that much better as a Hero player. Like playing Hero, right? You won't get that much better as a player by playing Hero.
The reason that you're banning it is because of the RNG, not because of the skill expression.
Yeah.
So that if you're gonna,
and on top of that, playing against a character like Hero, right, isn't like playing against Bayonetta where you need to know all these different DIs. The counterplay to Hero is like, hope he doesn't get a random kamikaze or hope he... Like, there's no counterplay to that. So we pretty much know the counterplay at this point. Like, there's obviously, like, counterplay to, like, his zoning and, like, you know, he wants to do full hop forward airs because it auto-cancels our full hop, not a short hop. So there are those things, and we'll probably be behind on that. But, like, I think it's a really sticky situation, and I generally tend to fall on the side that helps Australia get better on the worldwide scene.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not competitively viable, and it will push people away from the scene, like especially Smash 4 vets who are like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with this.
As soon as I saw it, I went, holy, I might just wait until the next fun character
When's Banjo coming through? When's my boy? Yeah.
You going to play Banjo?
Nah.
You know, you weren't a fan?
I like Banjo a lot. I think the games are cool, but for some reason I see him like, yep, that'd be cool. I'm glad he's in the game. He's like K-Rool for me. Like, oh fuck yeah, K-Rool's in the game. Never touching that cunt. He just doesn't look fun. I don't know, but I'm really happy for everyone who like got him. You know, that was like me when Bayo got announced, or even when Hero got announced. I popped the fuck off. I was like the only one. I was like, I was in EBS. There were like 20 other people, and I see the horse. I'm like, oh fuck yes, Hero! And everyone's like, shut up, Jack. You know,
like, just wait.
Yeah, exactly.
So who do you want to get in then after that, or you just set
Dark Souls guy?
Oh,
I'd like Solaire or like the Chosen Undead from Dark Souls.
That would be sick. But isn't the series? I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
it's on the Switch.
Based on what Nintendo does with what characters they put in, I reckon anyone has a solid chance, including the Dark Souls guy.
Yeah, I mean, like he's on the more unlikely side, but he's well known, loved cult. I need to see if Sakurai likes Dark Souls. I feel like he would like Dark Souls. Crash would be cool.
Yeah, he would.
I agree. Blaze, Warzone, Crash would be cool.
I'm
like
sure
Crash.
Sakurai loves Dark Souls. But
Yeah.
the next game from Software looks...
Weird. What was it?
It's Elden something.
Yeah, I remember seeing something like, oh, that's cool. I skipped Sekiro because I don't have PS4.
Yeah, I skipped it because it just didn't seem like my kind of game.
Yeah.
But no, the crazy thing is they brought in George R. R. Martin to do help with the
That's
lore.
it. That's it. Yeah, I remember.
Elden
Now I
Ring.
remember.
That's
Elden
what it
Ring.
is.
Yeah.
Nobody told me, but I'd point at the chat anyways.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, yeah, so that's, I don't know. That looks pretty sick. I reckon all the rules have been broken for DLC, it seems. Like,
Yeah.
got games outside of,
I mean,
like,
Joker.
Japanese.
If Joker can get in, it's like
Anybody can get
if
in.
Banjo can get in, I really, really feel like anyone with a big fan base can get their character in.
100%.
Except Gino. You guys are fucked. You're never getting Gino.
Gino's dead.
If Gino gets in, I will literally, if you see me at a tournament, you're allowed to spank my ass as high as you want. And I've got hemorrhoids, so like that hurts.
Okay, so two things out of that. New rule, no one's spanking you unsolicited.
Please. Unsolicited unless Gino gets in.
Unless Gino gets in. Yeah. And I know there's a couple of Gino fans in Queensland.
Yeah?
I never
I don't
understand
think
it. It's
like some people just have this massive cult following for 7 stars. And like Gino's like the cool gun boy character.
It feels like wanting Guiji to get in though, right?
Fuck yeah, Guiji in. I'd take Guiji over like Corrin or like the Edelgard.
Corrin was a mistake.
Corrin was a mistake. Fuck that character.
It was a marketing ploy.
Yeah, totally.
Speaking of marketing ploys, let's get back to Couchwarriors.
Oh yeah, totally. We're going off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's all me.
I do that all day. I'm a tangent kind of guy. How you're getting into New South Wales scene a little bit.
We hope to.
Can you reveal any like sort of like what the future plans of developing Couchwarriors are? Do you have like things that are on the horizon that
like,
most people might not know about?
As
we get to
well, secret is that we would like to expand into pretty much every state.
Yeah.
Help TOs get better. Let them like join our team. Because just the feedback and like everything from Queensland's just been so good. Like, I actually could not suck Danza, Ellis, John. There's too many of them. I could not suck their dick hard enough. Like, they're so good.
Every Queenslander right now, if you see them or if you're in contact with them, just give them a little dick suck.
Yeah. For real though, if you are at SSU, buy Ellis, buy Danza, buy BD, buy John, buy TKGRB, buy all of them a beer, please.
Yeah.
Because they'll need it. Running a major sucks dick. But a beer at the end of it is like the best tasting beer you've ever had in your life.
As someone who has gone commentary for the entire event at one of the Ranbats and then stayed after to help, these TOs, they honestly get like borderline suicidal with trying to run things.
It's pretty bad. I've hit the wall, the TO wall sometimes.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, the terminology Ellis used at the point. And then he came back and is the next Ranbat and he's having
like,
a great time.
Let's go. Woo!
Yeah.
He's running around, zooming.
It's super rough.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of them do it. It's not thankless, but it feels thankless because a lot of people don't know what you actually go through.
Yeah, people know, like, for me at least, I know, like, people are really happy with the event. This is good, right? But unless, like, there's, like, that constant positive feedback, I really enjoyed this part, you did this new thing and I liked it a lot, it can feel very, like, I'm just doing this for a bunch of babies that get their thing and leave. I know people aren't like that, but it can feel that way a lot of the time.
So if you're a Victorian, make sure you give Pudge a bit of a dick suck.
Yes, yeah, dick suck and a smooch on the lips.
Because you've been doing this for years.
Yeah, since 2014, early 2015, I think.
The work you put in has obviously come somewhere. It's gone somewhere that's important with
I'm pretty happy. And getting back to the whole Couchwarriors thing, the whole idea is like a big unified scene under Couchwarriors. I think would be really cool. Like, my only problem is like we're not going to enter any state that's like doesn't want us there. We're not going to encroach on white lines.
You're not going to strong
if that's the whole idea, because then that just creates drama and it's just going to be like not good for their scene. Like we'll be actively shitting on their scene because now I came after not Darksided. We love Darksided. Shadowloo. So the problem in Victoria in like I want to say it was like 2011 to 2014 was you had Shadowloo Showdown, which was their major, and Couchwarriors with BAM.
Right.
And the problem is, people people tended to go to one or the other. You know,
Right.
there's obviously people who went to two, but you know, some people only want to go Shadaloo because their
Yeah,
friends run it, and so cliques formed, and it drained the scene out. You know, and that's just not healthy, and that's not really what we want to do. It's antithetical to the point of Couchwarriors.
There
really.
definitely is a sweet spot of like competitive environment where you also get to like live side by side as friends.
Yeah, exactly.
With the business structure.
Exactly.
It's really tough. And like, for example, like Jet running the Tournameta podcast, he's put a lot of work into the scene, and like he's developed his own software to help him stream and stuff. And it's not
to
part
help
of your
like everyone's stream.
Yeah. But you don't want to like encroach on that, right? Like you want to
totally
respect that. You want to be able to let him do his thing.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I would literally probably be dead without Jet. Like, Jet saved my life.
Yeah.
I'd stream Meta, I could not, like, you can't stop me from talking about how much I love stream Meta.
It's just like the thing though, because we're getting into the Twitter questions later, but you mentioned earlier that like Joz asked a spicy one about.
Oh, he asked a big spicy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I do want to address. I think the
Yeah.
question, there was Joz or Ari. I get those two mixed up. I love them both. They're really nice.
I think they're good friends too.
They are good friends, yeah. And they I met them at the same time. They both came to BAM, and they're like, oh, these are the new Queensland people. Cool.
Yeah.
They asked, how do you feel about people who say Couchwarriors is like taking over?
Yeah.
Aggressive takeover.
We'll get to this one at least. This is a side part of the Twitter question. Sorry for everyone who's addicted to the formula, but
we will definitely get back to that one.
Okay. We'll get back to it. No,
Yeah.
we'll leave that one hanging. That's the really spicy question. But speaking of new Queenslanders, right? This is another topic that I had in the speed round questions. But one of the things that I was talking to my brother about, and I sort of started to notice.
Yes.
He's Iro now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. He's old in the scene, so he's actually done a lot of coaching. But anyways, point is that we have a lot of like mid-level players coming up into the scene.
Yeah, like Churupon, Spam Edge, all that.
Yeah, but even if you go to like one of the tournaments, you realize that like the level of play, like we don't have any players who are like not getting better or are just like super scrubby, you know, like they're constantly getting better, and
which is good for a scene
at a great level. Do you reckon that happens in other scenes? Because I was saying not so much
in Melbourne. Yeah, probably not. Like I'm trying to think. Me and like Matt, like KMS, were on the come up for a bit, like for like a month, because we just moved in with Extra and we were playing like 6 hours a day.
Right.
I beat like Ignis and Extra in like a 1 week span. I'm like, oh cool, I'm like PR now. Fuck you all. But nah, like I'm trying to think. We actually do have like a lot of young kids, like people like Zaki, Beckino, he's sort of fallen off a bit.
Yeah.
I know Master of Disaster is pretty alright. Just a lot of, it's usually the kids. Like the thing is, Smash 4 vets, it's really hard to get like G'd up to get way better, because you've been doing it 4 years. It's hard to find the passion. Whereas these kids, they're 16, they're finally getting their first sense of being in a community. They want to be respected in the community. They want to grind this game. They love the game. But I do see, I mean, living with Nick, he's very, extra, so I won't call him Nick so people remember.
People know now, but yeah.
Yeah, so extra is very, what's the word? Not questioning, but he's always critical of the way, if like Australians are really doing their best. Are we like doing our all,
right.
You know, some people just rock up to the weekly not having practice, not having tried to implement anything new, not actually like trying to like improve. They're just sort of like
hoping for the best.
Yeah, it's almost like they're just like rinse repeating and hoping like, hey, I hope I get an upset today, and not like actually improving, which I agree to an extent, and I think that's been a problem with Australian Smashers for a very long time. It's a problem with me, you know. I'll go to like EBS just because I'm going there to smoke darts and hang with the fellas, and like I take competing really seriously, but only on the day, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Since moving in with Nick, we play a lot more now, but it's still like I don't have any structured practice. I used to have structured practice, you know.
Yeah, when you had that drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely relatable.
On that like 18-year-old grind.
Yeah, 100%. But like, as a Couchwarriors TO, do you reckon you have any ability to be like, okay, let's try and implement these things to get the young players to be more competitive?
Totally. I mean, like, that's what I was doing, and I was like really G'd up to do that, because I was like, I was always like pro, because Brawl vets, right, in Melbourne, they were like, no, you guys are idiots, we can't compete on the world stage, shut up. And I was like, no, fuck you, I'm 17-year-old idiot who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
So I really pushed Rez to get really good on the world stage. I got the Americans over and got them to play us and like sort of show us, you know, where we're going wrong, what we can do, and sort of that was my passion. I still believe that I do that, but obviously, you know, it's really hard when, you know, I feel like Australia has this thing where we get so close. I mean, like DD coming game 15 at MSN, which was awesome. DD's insane. I love that kid. He's made me pick up Wario. But, you know, we get so close and then we just fall short. Almost like Jono almost beating Mr. R, just tiny bit there, you know. And I think it's an issue of not being exposed to that high-level gameplay enough. Like, so it's like you got to make it or break it. And if you get the spooks, you know, you get scared, it can just be all over.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like, I think I'm constantly doing things to implement. Like, my main goal right now is I want to get Australians on the world stage. I want Australians, you know, top 32 in Evo. Yeah. That's my dream. I want an Australian to top 32 in Evo.
That would be the dream.
Even if it's 25th, I don't give a fuck. Let's run with that.
Even if it's Ben Gold double down smashing on Smashville platforms.
That might be the one I don't want. No, that's the one I exactly want because people would go crazy for that.
They would.
So I feel like for me, I've taken a step back from the day-to-day stuff and I'm focusing on more the back-end stuff, how to push money into the scene to get people incentivized. You know, more money in the scene means more top players are incentivized to play more often because they can, you know, maybe not work all the shifts they have to that month, instead come to tournaments and take a bit of money. I'm doing sort of that stuff from the back, just like working with sponsors, just trying to get it going, really. That's the main thing I'm doing right now.
Well, but
I also think it needs to be a certain culture of people.
Yeah.
If you don't have the people, no one's going to get G'd up. No one watches Rambats. I mean, in Melbourne, we had like Ghost versus Attila, and like they were so hungry for it. Like they really like their egos were really on the line.
Right.
Like Melbourne popped the fuck off when Attila beat Ghost. Like there was like literally 40 of us, and we were jumping around the room. Like you can find that if you go to Yuichiro Sato on Facebook. He's posted that in the Victorian Smash group. It's in media. If you just go down, you got to watch that video. It's so classic, and you just need that culture. I think it's important.
And one of the things really important to remember about building up that culture is it has to be like organic. It has to be.
You can't like force it.
Yeah, because like if we look at like some of the atrocious esports examples of like the Halo competitive where they had $1 million
the balloons,
online.
it's like balloons and shit.
And his own parents didn't come to the final match or whatever he went to. Yeah,
that's so fucked.
So like we have to remember that like as much as we think it might be easy, or with like looking back at the growth that we've been through, it's all about like maintaining the most important people about the scene, the people who have the drive and like getting them up and
honestly, I think more rivalries need to happen.
I
mean, there was like a time in 2016 where I was like, I want to make Smash more fun, so I'm just going to call out a bunch of other people from like the other states. I called the fuck out of Jace like in 2016. I pulled some bullshit out of my ass. I'm like, this will get the Queenslanders to hate me. Ooh, whoopsie daisies, have I pulled something out? Are we good?
No, you're good. You're just tugging it.
Yeah.
It's giving me anxiety.
So I called the fuck out of Jace. That was probably... and, like, it was funny because, man, I was, like, 18. I was, like, such a little dork. I was like, man, I'll play the villain if it means, this scene's really fun.
Yeah.
And then, like, I said some dumb bullshit about Jace, and then everyone's like, Jack, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, I don't like playing the villain. This is sad. People are mean to me.
Mean.
Yeah, which, I mean, I've learned a bit. But I do think that's why I heavily cheer for any... Like, I could hate you. There's only one person I won't cheer for, and I don't know if I'll say their name.
Right.
There's probably...
Let them go unnamed.
Yeah, D's. But, that's the only person I won't cheer for. But if you're an Australian, you get up on the stage, I will cheer for you, like, non-stop, even if I don't like you.
Yeah, that's always how it is, especially with, like, if you got two states going up against each other. You got the lamest player, like an Olimar player, whoever in a crew battle, you're just like,
let's go.
Cheesy as hell.
I mean, you...
Lame him out.
Brother, you saw me pop off for Jono. That man is the buttons king, but the second he gets up on that interstate stage, I'm slapping his ass. I love it. I mean, I love Jono. He's just such a fierce competitor. He wants it so hard. So seeing him get it is such a good payoff. So,
what do you reckon are like some of the best things to get people motivated and like that entrenched into the scene?
For me, it was like, my hair's killing me. For me, it was like I was really close friends with everyone, and I hated other people from certain scenes.
Yeah.
So like, I really wanted to see the people I liked beat the people I hated, and that was a big thing. That's why I think state rivalries should come back.
Yeah.
Queensland's free, and we're gonna fuck you all at SSU.
The crew battles are coming through, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know if we'll win the crew battle. We always blow the crew. I mean, you guys remember Bandmate crew battles?
Yeah.
That was Jace versus Extra. That was so rough.
I think the biggest thing with Queensland has always been like, we used to be like, oh yeah, we're the best, and then we got shat on repeatedly.
Yeah, we did.
Then we were like, all right, maybe we're not the best.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, right, I mean, I've always said this, like, it's actually really easy to get good. Like, the things you need to do to get good as a scene are actually not that hard. It's consistent practice, consistently looking at your own VODs, consistently looking at top-level player VODs. They're like the three things, I think. Because when I was doing that, I went from, like, you know, maybe 40th in Victoria to, like, getting 9th at, like, 4 majors in a row.
Yeah.
But the problem is implementing that's hard. You know, like, having the structure, the ability to do the time, having the drive, having the like discipline to do it consistently is really hard. So like in like 20 after Bearmate, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was SXC. It was like Bearmate happened, and there was like this big Queensland meme of no Vic and top 8, no Vic and top 8. You guys suck. Like, suck a dick, idiot. And then it came to SXC, and then we all bombed out. Like, Extra got 9th, like Ignis did nothing, Earl got like 13th. And I think that was the point when our top players were like, okay, we need to stop fucking around. We need to actually really care. So I was trying to implement things like actually getting a stream for people to rewatch their VODs on. I was like, really pushing to get them. The top players wanted to win. The low level players came out in fucking droves to see their top players. From SXC, we had like one rep in top 12 at SXC 2015. SXC 2016, we had 7 out of 8 people in top 8 were Vic. Like it can happen that quick, you know.
Definitely.
You know, so like you really need to want it. You need your scene to want it, and you need the people who can facilitate growth to facilitate it.
Something you mentioned as well, like all the low level players coming out to support the high level players.
That's big.
That's
that
also
matters.
tricky to breed.
It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know how we did it. I think it was Sass, honestly.
Really?
Sass was like such good vibes. It, like Sass was just like, for those not in the know, like maybe the Queensland or the New Vic people, for those not in the know, Sass was like our weekly held at EB Games Swanston Street, 169 Swanston Street, and it was just like, we'd all go, it was like a religious experience. You go to SAS, get there at 4, everything would be set up at 5, you go till 9, all the boys would go out drinking till like 3 a.m. My girlfriend would call me being like, Jack, why the hell are you drunk? Baby, I love you so much. So, you know, that was like the religious experience. And that sort of bred this familiarity with everyone, that we were all really close. So when some of us went out interstate, we'd be like, hey, come interstate, and we'd just have like all these people come, because it's like they might go 0-2, but they'll be with their friends and they'll be having a good time. They'll be meeting new people. At SXC 2016, there were more Victorian entrants than there were South Australian entrants.
Oh,
yeah, there were 42 Victorian entrants and like 33 South Australians.
That's almost like, that's pretty
nutty.
Yeah, that's dominance.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
There was a really good sale. It was like $70 return flights to SA, so it was like, it's free. Like, let's get this bread.
Yeah, that's one of the things I did want to like give a little bit of a compliment to the Gong scene for, because I did talk to the two TOs when I went to OHN.
Nicole.
Thorpe NATO.
Oh, you mean like old OHN? Yeah, like Thorpe and Forpa.
Yeah. And they were telling me like one of the things that they did is they had these crew battles, and they had the top level players like pick the low level players.
Yeah. It's like a draft pick. Like you get one top seed, one second top seed, one third top seed.
And I thought that was really
like that
cool.
idea. Yeah,
I didn't want to.
It's like the Gong playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was sick to me because it's like that's something that you never really appreciate until you get to the position that you're in, like a high level player or a respected player. And it's like you sort of underestimate how much sometimes these guys like really value your
Yeah,
advice
and look up
stuff.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why, I mean, there are a lot of times where I was like a cunt to someone new, and I go, "Ah, shit, that's not good."
Yeah,
I think you gotta tread lightly, because like, you know, even that little icy main that's like a little weenie, you know, he might look up to you. So don't shit on him after you lose. I guess.
Right. Yeah.
That's the hope.
Noted. Spammage.
Yeah. Spammage. I don't even know who you are, mate, but you're.
Oh, you don't know?
He's like the Sunny Coast kid, right? He's like 11th on PR.
Is he Sunny or Gold Coast?
One of the two. Probably He lives with Kajek. Or he lives in the same city as Kajek, so I assume it's Gold Coast.
Which one's down? You just pointed down?
Gold Coast is down.
Right.
Sunny Coast is north, because we had the Evo event
Yeah.
up north, I'm pretty sure.
That's one of the problems, but at the same time, it's not so bad in terms of breeding competitive players. Is like the new players come up, and then all the old school players are like, "Oh, fuck this kid."
Fuck these kids. It's really hard. I don't know, because like
it's a tough balance, but it's definitely something that like you need to watch.
Yeah, I'd like to formally say fuck the Melbourne Brolvets. They did like nothing for us.
Yeah.
Attila was really good. He like bred like a really strong player. Like, okay, that's a bit of a big call. Fuck the Melbourne Brolvets for being so pessimistic about our opportunities interstate and intercountry.
Right.
Fuck the Brolvets for like not believing in Victoria, but they did like sort of give us that passion. But we really came up on our own, like by our boots. We really pulled ourselves up by our own bootstraps, I think, the Smash 4 scene.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that we give the new Ultimate kids too easy of a time to like everything's just easy for them. Like they don't have to run their own tournament. Yeah, exactly.
They have the streams. They've got the YouTube channels.
Yeah. So it's like everything's on a silver plate. They didn't have to really like grind for shit.
You sound so old. You sound like a boomer.
I know. I do sound for. I know. It's just like
there's some truth to it, though.
I think so. Yeah. Like, because like you appreciate the scene way much more when you've been a part of growing it.
Yeah.
I think that's why I can't leave. You know, I've tried leaving like 5 fucking times, but here I am.
Yeah, you quit, didn't you?
Yeah, I quit as like a Smash TO, so I'm not like the Smash TO, but I do Couchwarriors president stuff, and I'm like I overlook. Like, so there's like Haiti, the Cerberus, right? Cerberus, the 3-headed TOs of Melbourne. There's Ignis, Duon, and Jash, right?
That's sick.
And I'm Hades. I'm just making sure everything's chill.
Right.
And then Nevak and... Have you seen Hercules, the movie?
Yeah.
You know the 2 little imp guys, like Panic and...
Yeah.
That's like the ulti TOs, Nevak and Marcel. They do like the stream stuff. Nevak's in the chat.
Is that like a registered meme? Has that been made?
Yeah, that has been memed in the TO chat.
That's beautiful. That's actually really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, let's transition then,
Yeah.
right? Because we are talking about how the Smash scene's grown and how we're sort of developing it like that. Do you reckon that other scenes are in sort of a similar way? Because I went to the Rambat of Mortal Kombat, and it seems like the FGC has like such a unique ability to transition to a bunch of different games.
Yeah,
like
it's weird. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Like some guy in Mortal Kombat's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to go just beast out Soul Calibur now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're sort of, I don't know, I feel like Capcom people generally stick to Capcom stuff, I feel, at least in Melbourne. And like Tekken people stick to Tekken, and then there's just the other people that do everything, really.
Yeah.
And anime guys usually stick to anime, but like there are those people that'll be playing Doa, then MK, then like Soul Calibur, then like Samurai Showdown. I don't really get it. Maybe because it's like they're like a bit older. Here's my thoughts. They're a bit older and they want to get their full experience out of the day, right? Like if they have a day off, they want to get the whole thing. So they enter multiple tournaments, see how they do. I find it okay. So I think it's easy for them because they're all together. They're all one cohesive scene. If I was to go join the Melee scene, I wouldn't see the Smash Ultimate people as much. Like I'd still see them once a month at the Rambat, but I wouldn't see them as much.
Yeah.
So I'd actually be like sort of leaving the scene, and that's why it's hard for me to leave because I'm, whilst I don't necessarily like Melee more, I actually like Ultimate more. But if I did like Melee more, I'd be like weighing, do I like this game more? Do I like this game more? And do I like the community more? Do I like the community more?
Because you have to separate.
But with FGC, it's like, oh, I'm going to be a DOA player now. I'm going to be in this corner of the hall instead of that corner.
Yeah.
That's all it is,
and
really.
Then my boy brought lunch and I'm coming over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think that's a part of it, like the isolation aspect.
Yeah.
I also think that Nintendo kiddies just prefer Nintendo stuff, so they don't really play the other games. It's like if you grew up a Sony kid like me, I was like half Sony, half Nintendo, but more Sony in my formative years.
No Xbox?
Nah, fuck Xbox. I had an Xbox. I was a rich little bougie cunt from Hampton, so I had all the consoles, but I didn't use it. So I think it's easy for like someone who grew up as a PlayStation dork to move from like, oh, I'm playing Tekken, now I'm playing Street Fighter, now I'm playing this. Whereas like with Nintendo, your fighting game, if you grew up a Nintendo kid, your fighting game is Smash. There's like nothing else. You know, not many kids were hopping on the Tatsunoko vs Capcom for the Wii.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, also, do you reckon from like a growth perspective that the FGC is sort of like doing the same thing in Australia? Or is it like Smash's original in its way that it's sort of like pulled itself up and it's sort of expanding? Because a lot of FGC people won't like to admit it, but Smash has been carrying the last 5-6 years. 100%.
You know, I think that's just like the truth of the matter. Really, you can't really deny it. Like Tekken gets really good numbers, and when they want to, Capcom stuff gets good numbers.
Right.
But
I think with like the Tekken tour. That's with like Capcom, and like solely trying to grow the scene as a competitive like esport, and like Nintendo support. While it's there, like a lot of it's been done by the people who are within the scene rather than like outside influences.
Totally. I think it's so hard to say. Like, it's weird because I'm not fully in the FGC scenes. Because I might be the Couchwarriors president, but it's more because of my skills as like an operative like person, like doing like Couchwarriors stuff rather than how big I am in this. I play Unist. Like, I really like Unist. If anyone doesn't know, that's Under Night in Birth Late STEX. Really good game. Yeah. If you can play Unist, play Unist. It's really good. So that's like the only other game I take really seriously. But the thing is, I feel like a game will come and it'll get like high entrance and they'll die off and they'll move to the next game. And then it'll get higher entrance and it'll die off. And there's no stability. And I think that's the FGC's big downfall, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not, you know, like, you can't get like all these big numbers and all, like, you can't get this like support without being one cohesive thing.
It wasn't so bad when Street Fighter was the biggest game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, right now that Tekken's taking that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it took a while to get Tekken into that spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was like super dead from like 6 to 7, and then 7 came out and people popped off.
And I really don't even think it's at the state that Street Fighter 4 was at.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember how many people we got for Street Fighter 4, to be honest. I was like 17. It's all fairy dust to me.
From what I heard, Street Fighter 5, at least globally, was like, I don't know about Australia, but when it like was experiencing its downfall, I think it was like 2016 Evo or 2015 Evo. They actually had more numbers.
It was 5,500 entrants.
Yeah.
How insane.
It was ridiculous.
That's almost doubling like the Smash entrance, which is not doubling. It's like an extra third onto it, which is nuts. 5,000 entrants at Evo. That's so...
Like, how would you TO
It's nutty.
that?
Yeah, I don't get it. And then they all just disappeared. Because, I mean, they didn't like the game, but like the new... Dedicated Capcom people love Street Fighter Arcade Edition. They like it. It's like a solid game. I was playing a lot of it. I main Chun-Li. I'm sick. I'm going to kick your ass in like a month.
But yeah, it's weird how it dies.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, the problem is it didn't appeal to a casual enough fan base. Like, it's weird. They dumbed it down enough that casuals could get in, but then they didn't make any single player content. So like, it's a really hard purchase when there's no single player content. They like, the internet was so shit. The launch was so bad.
The
like,
launch was horrifically
so
bad.
Yeah, it's
the
like
art style's been criticized.
Yeah, it's such an ugly game. Holy fuck. It's like, imagine if Capcom could make a game that actually fucking worked. A fighting game. Imagine if
And it's so weird because like Street Fighter 5 was a huge anomaly when you look at Capcom's like repertoire within the same amount of time. It's like they hit Monster Hunter World right after that, which has been a
insane,
huge game,
really good game.
And they did the Mega Man
not as good
remake,
as Freedom Unite,
which some people think the Mega Man remake is just like
what, 11.
Oh yeah, it was the latest one.
Yeah, I think that's 11.
And they think that some people's like, oh, they're just trying to hold on to the IP, but a lot of people think it was a really good game.
Right, yeah. I mean, Capcom was doing good stuff. You're right. And
then Resident
DMC
Evil
5, Resident Evil 7, DMC 5. Like,
It's like,
hit on hit on hit, and then you just see like the Capcom like fighting game team, and they're just like sitting there with like little kindergarten blocks, being like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. They definitely shat the bed. It was
Brother, it's annoying. They didn't even shit the bed once. They shit the bed twice with Marvel Infinite as well.
Yeah.
Like, how do you kill Marvel that hard? It died in like a month. That was like the most hyped up game of all fucking time.
I watched like the streams for like a little bit, and people were like in the streams on like day 2, like, yeah, this game is dead.
I think that was more like Disney's hand in it, because they didn't let you have X-Men because Sony owned the rights or something dumb like that,
So
and
no
they were
Wolverines.
pushing like the Age of Ultron cast really hard
Yep.
in it, and like, you know, Marvel fucking sucks. I think like current day Marvel, MCU shit I think is terrible. Like,
Really?
I hate that shit.
Because I love the Endgame and
yeah,
Infinity War. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with them.
liked Endgame. Oh wait, is Endgame the new one?
Endgame was the latest.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I liked what I watched of Infinity. I watched it, and
Yeah.
I felt, oh, this is cool.
They
But
had a lot of different characters all shown.
yeah. I mean, I didn't get a lot of it, but
What are
I
the
thought
chances a Marvel character gets into Smash?
like 0.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyways, yeah.
Capcom would be so not chill with that.
They would.
They'd be like, "Yo, dog, you like killed our game, and now you're putting like, I don't know, Rockety Raccoon, whatever that cunt's name is."
Yeah, Rocket.
Oh, is that his actual name?
Yeah,
Sick.
Rocket.
Yeah, and they put him in. I would not be happy if I was Capcom. I'd be actually pissed off. So yeah, I doubt we get, you know, a Marvel character. It'd be good for our game.
Yeah.
Like I said, put Fortnite guy in, put Minecraft guy in. Like,
That'd be
I don't
great.
care. I'd be
Yeah,
chill with
yeah.
that, because so many kids would play this game now.
I'd main Fortnite guy.
Yeah, he'd be cool.
I don't play Fortnite, but he'd be sick.
It'd be cool. It'd be like, you can't choose a skin that like randomly generates a skin every time.
That'd be
That would
so
be the
sick.
shit. That would be the shit he puts in, like Sakurai.
Yeah.
If he's putting crits in for hero, he'd put that shit.
It
in.
would be different skins, and different skins have like slightly different abilities.
That
And it would
would be
just be
so
the
fun.
dumbest shit you can't
like different weight
predict.
classes.
Yeah.
So like all the combos are different. He's banned already. I'm banning Fortnite guy. He's banned. He's not allowed in tournament.
But Minecraft guy, he's in.
He's chill, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Steve.
unbanned.
Minecraft Steve.
He's gonna be building blocks on the ledge so you can't
That
recover.
would be cool, yeah. Let's see. You like, you build like an overpass, and Pit tries to like, you like build out from the stage, and he goes like, poof.
And then taunt. Ooh. No.
Dum,
Anyway,
dum.
yeah. So the FGC is in an unreliable state. Smash is in a really good state.
Yeah.
Other competitive scenes for competitive games, are Couchwarriors planning to get into any of those? CSGO?
I
League?
wanna run Underlords tournaments, because
Ooh.
I really like Underlords.
I love Underlords.
Yeah. What rank are you?
Oh, I don't play competitively.
Ah,
I
okay,
had to
cool.
stop because I was like legit going all day every day.
Yeah, I know.
And then
I
was like,
haven't played the new meta.
Yeah.
And
And then I got back in the league. Look at me now.
Nah, roll. Yeah, I'd like to branch out into other stuff, but
Yeah.
I would never want to run a tournament that I don't understand what the scene wants, what I don't understand what we need to do
Yeah.
to make the scene happy. So I don't think we'd be running any different game until one of our members gets into the scene and really understands. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's about that grassroots. We're not suit and ties. We're not going to be like, yeah, I can run this league tournament for you if you give us 20k, because, you know, we like money and we're going to fuck you over.
Yeah.
Cough, cough. I finished
Anyway,
the sentence. Yeah. I just think people are too in it for the money a lot of the time, and they don't realize we can't hit these desirables. We can't hit these these things we need to do to provide the scene with a good thing, and we're just looking to maximize cash flow. And I think that's evil, and you're gonna kill Australian esports if you keep up with that.
Yeah. And it's in a delicate spot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think FGC's cool. Like, our business model is super sustainable.
Yeah.
Because if 10 people enter, we're still doing shit. If 1,000 people enter, we're just upscaling it. I think
Yeah.
we've got a really good model that scales up well. Whereas I think esports leagues don't really. Like, $1 million buy-in leagues. I don't know if that's super sustainable. Like Overwatch League. I
That
don't
was
think that's
horrible.
super.
It was $10 million.
$10 million
They
buy-in.
had to build their own stadium. Or had to buy their own stadium in their region.
Shanghai Dragons, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, in one aspect, yeah, that's horrible, because if you look at like what Australia would be doing or what America would be doing, there's no way that they can sustain that.
Yeah.
But if you actually look at China's numbers, they can.
Oh yeah,
But it's just
China's nuts.
It's disingenuous to be like, okay, these are the global numbers, therefore we can get $10 million out of you guys and make it sustainable. It's just, it's not going to happen.
It's really interesting. I saw a really good talk, because I always like to look at things from esports people. The previous owner of CLG Gaming,
Yeah.
Delvin Nash, he does a lot of good YouTube content. and he did some stuff over like, are esports leagues worth it? Like, is there a return on investment? It just isn't. Like, the money you get back from it is not, like, the views just aren't there. We're out of the infancy stage, but we're not a fully grown, like, cultural phenomenon. I think shit like Booger winning Fortnite $3 million is really going to help awareness. But I don't want us to see us Bitcoin and crash and burn and 100%. Bubble. That's what I'm really worried about. I think FGC will be chill because we're sustainable.
I mean, they've already gone through the arcade era.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think at some point you have to give them credit.
Yeah, if the FGC had Smash was gonna die, it would have been when like the arcades died out.
Yeah.
But we would chill. Like it's the problem. The only problem is we're super dependent on developers constantly pushing out new games.
Yes.
That if they just
or patches.
If fighting games stop being played by casuals, we just won't get new games.
Yeah,
and
that's
new
the thing.
entrants.
A lot of like people who haven't experienced this, I didn't think it would happen. But towards the end of Smash 4, when the patches stopped coming out, people stopped giving a shit. They just stopped going.
It's weird. I don't know why. Because I think I like the idea that it's a stable meta, like Melee. You know, it's a stable meta. We know what to do. We're building. I like that idea. I do like the idea of patch notes. And like I just think people are too online now. They always want a new thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep their attention when there's so many other things. You know, like probably, you know, I said this, Overwatch killed Smash 4 in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
People who were like just teetering on the edge of like, oh, I like this competitive and I do this, just would stay at home and play Overwatch.
Yeah.
We lost Eternal, Yahya's brother, to Overwatch.
We lost Weeb for a little bit as well.
For Overwatch?
Yeah. Because he was a big TF2 player. And then as soon as it came out, he's like, why would I play this?
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. And it happens, I think Jace plays a lot of League now, and he doesn't enter tournaments as much.
Yeah.
Jesmo was the same thing.
Fuck Jesmo.
They just
come to tournaments, coward. He's coming to Sunny Side Up.
Is he?
Oh, he should be. He's fucking hosting Duon. It'd be silly if he didn't.
I hardly believe it when he says he comes anymore. Imagine playing Overwatch now. Yeah. Blazing Singularity, or Blaze Singularity. Yeah, Overwatch is in a rough spot. I think it's tough as well because games are such a disposable medium.
Yeah.
And it's also like you said, like people want to bounce to the next game really quickly.
Yeah.
And
it's just people just want to be on the new shit a bit too much.
That means that you can't if you're an organization that's investing in players, right? It's better to invest almost in like a FGC player if they're able to transition. Like if you invest in a Sonic Fox in comparison to investing in like an MK Leo. Even though MK Leo is like the best player, Sonic Fox is going to hit all those different games and be good at them.
Exactly. He definitely
get the
Sonic
exposure.
Fox is definitely worth a lot more than MK Leo, just for the fact that there's more developer support from those other games, and he's just like a genius.
At those,
I'm sure MK Leo hits 6 months on the sticks on Melee, on like any other fighting game, he'd be like a top level player.
Yeah.
Just because he's just that smart. But he hasn't really proven it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really hard. I mean, talking about like what sponsors want, I think you wanted to talk to me about that.
So if you're a business coming into the esports scene, particularly if you're looking at the FGC scene, you have an ability to see the scene from a unique perspective. What do you reckon, like the things that you got to look out for like what is going to make sustainable?
So right now, so many esports orgs, right, are like just like blokes in their garage who work a 9 to 5 and then also run an esports org.
Yeah.
You know, which is fine because that's where we are as a scene. But the problem is that like we're not actually getting a return on investment, right? And Delvin Nash actually talked about this, the CLG guy.
I think the H2K guy talks about this as well.
Who's H2K?
His tag is Rich.
No clue, so.
Yeah. They backed out of the league franchising in EU.
Jeez.
Because they for the exact same reasons.
Yeah, there's just not enough for the input, right?
Yeah.
There's just not enough. And like the thing is, right, I think there's too many unsustainable orgs, and when it comes crashing down, it's going to look really bad on us.
Yeah.
As like a community, like, oh, all these
esports
orgs,
is a bad
it's a bubble. It's a bubble, yeah. And maybe it is a bad investment right now, especially in Australia. Like, I know the inner workings. I'm not going to expose some, financial stuff. But I think there are
Yeah.
very few orgs that are actually turning a profit and also getting their players out to these big tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, though, because what kind of, like, business models are actually, like, from conception going to be able to get cash flows?
So, like, the idea, right? The idea is you get most of your money from sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which needs Twitch viewers, which Australia just doesn't have.
Yeah, so where's your avenue now? That's the biggest problem, I think.
The reason why people are getting in is because they won't get on the ground floor.
Yeah.
They say, oh shit, Big won $3 million. Oh shit, I like esports. I like video games. I should get on the ground floor. I can be a millionaire. As some did in America, as the same did in China, as the same did in South Korea.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and the difference is, our infrastructure shit and our government sucks.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're ever going to reach that level. I hope we do, and I'm going to be pushing for it for the rest of my life.
Personally, I made a tweet about this. I reckon it should be the reverse angle. You should already be doing a business that profits out of the scene and then sort of
money into
making an
esports.
organization.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at, like, early league scenes, right, TSM is probably the most known one. They already owned all the websites surrounding League, like Mobify and stuff like that. They already owned all of them.
And like Dota Fire, right?
Yeah. And
I use Dota Fire. That's good. So they actually had a revenue income. Yeah.
And
okay,
that's when they
interesting.
made the team after that. Team Liquid was the same.
Yeah,
even though
Curse.
Yeah,
totally.
they are totally in shit now. But
Are they?
Yeah. The owner Steve has like no equity in the firm because he continually just brings in investments. It's like he pays the top laner on Team Liquid $1 million a year.
That's so fucked up.
It's 100%.
So fucked up.
He cannot keep that up at all.
Well, that's the thing, that the prices for players in these like North American, European joints are like so high, and the return on investment is so little.
Yeah, because even if they win, I'm pretty sure the winnings for league championships, like the world championships, is still like $1 million for each player or something.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah.
That's like life changing, but
that's still nothing on
getting the actual money for the org. The org needs to make money to sustain a healthy, so you can't just you can't have like, oi, 7 people, let's go down to the oval and play footy. That just doesn't work. You need organisations to actually build a storyline and build hype.
When you say that the government sucks in Australia, what are some of the reasons that you reckon?
Don't want to invest in infrastructure.
Yeah.
Don't want to invest in esports.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of other things. We're a terribly racist and xenophobic society, but that doesn't super play into esports at all.
Okay.
So I just think, when Tony Abbott destroyed the NBN, that was the death knell for esports being super big, I think.
Yeah.
It just means less people get to watch us, which means Twitch views are just lower.
That's been frustratingly tragic. Years
of us being
decision.
please, boomers, give us internet. This is so fucking important. What do you mean? You just want to use Facebook? It's no.
That's actually what they...
No, legit.
Pudge is not exaggerating here. The reasoning that they actually gave on national television was that we looked at the statistics and we found that a lot of what people are using the internet for is for entertainment reasons. So we see no reason to go ahead and invest more money than necessary. That's almost a direct quote. Don't direct quote me, but that's pretty close to it. But when I hear the government doesn't help, and you're talking about infrastructure, a lot of people don't understand what I mean. But that there's no plan or there's no previously done businesses that have created cash flow businesses, and there's no support for it.
Yeah.
There's no recognition that, for instance, would you be recognized as a small business in Australia?
We're a not-for-profit.
Yeah.
So we have an ABN, but we pay taxes and all that.
Okay.
So we do have that, but it would be really hard creating it. We're looking at creating a more business-oriented side, Couchwarriors Plus, to do business to business, business to customer stuff. But that would not entirely exclude esports, but it would be more video games in general.
Yeah.
So you can't just do it on esports. There's not enough money in the scene.
It's too fringe of a market.
Yeah, exactly.
And as well as one of the biggest ways that a esport organization is going to be able to make money is through betting. And that's probably...
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. That's basically...
That's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, but maybe we're not open it, but...
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about...
esports betting?
Yeah. I mean, I think betting's pretty immoral and evil.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
You can catch me at the casino every week. So, Chico pays out.
Yeah, all right. But you wouldn't if an esports organization in Australia capitalized on like the betting market between leagues,
that would put me in such a weird position because I don't think I could support like betting. I love a good bet. I love hitting the slaps. I think betting's fun,
but it's
very
greedy.
much it really a lot of the time preys on the weak and like the destitute, the people who don't actually have the money to just put a friendly bet on.
Yeah.
Because that's where betting in its nature isn't bad because it's just like, oh, I'm putting my money behind these chaps and, oh, well, I believe TSM will win. It's like, oh, you won. Yeah. Good on you.
Here's your $15.
Yeah. But no, it's like people consistently just throwing money.
$100 down on these guys. They're going to win this
I need to win this. I need to win this. And it's just super not healthy, I don't think. So I don't know where I'd stand with that. I just don't want to think about it, actually, so I won't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, I agree 100% with it. It's tough, though, because, like, I struggle to think of successful business models. Fantasy League was another one that might be all right.
I like Fantasy League shit.
Fantasy League's a little more moral.
Yeah, well, it's like you can't just put hundreds of dollars into Fantasy League and go broke.
Yeah.
Because I don't think losing money on this shit is a problem. I think losing money to the point where it hurts your quality of life and strains your relationships with people.
Yeah.
Josh Southern is the problem. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, fair calls. All right. So we talked about that a little bit. Couchwarriors, the esports scene. Right. Do you reckon any of the particular regions in Australia are about to pop off in terms of the esports scene? Because I know, like, we talked a little about League of Legends and, like, Underlords and stuff, but it seems like it takes a little bit of attention from the outside sponsors, and then particularly with fighting games, it's usually one region and then the next. Yeah,
like Vic got, like, hell sponsored. Everyone on Vic PR sponsored. So, like, it's like, I don't know, it's really hard because people want to put... It's like the groovy thing to be investing in esports in like Sydney and Melbourne, and there's those little dickheads who grew up in Toorak and Mossman who are investing money in esports.
And they got no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, daddy's trust fund sort of kiddies. But I think esports is actually like really, besides like particular scenes, esports community is very like, not conglomerate, like just like homogenous over every state. So I think, you know, it's hard to see one state being like, unless everyone's really good at every single game in one state, I don't think one state will be like an esports state, except for like Darwin and Tasmania. Those guys are just fucked, really. They're not.
Tasmania's doing all right.
Off the back of a lot of generous people.
Yeah, I see them alive on Twitter sometimes, and I go, oh.
Tasmania people are cool. I love Tas people.
Yeah.
But it's just like their scene's just like, it's not really super sustainable. But I believe in them because they're really hardworking and they love their scene.
Yeah.
So please prove me wrong, but I don't see it.
How about the differences with Australia working internationally with different countries? Do you prefer working with the Americans? Do you reckon that they're better working, like if we bring Coney in or like American players?
Coney's the only American I've ever liked in my life.
Oof.
That I've met.
That's rough.
No, Coney and Coney's wife, Mel. Lovely person.
Fair call. So then we'd be looking more to Japan.
The problem is, Japan, like, you can't speak the language, so you don't really get anything out of it. Which I loved having the Japanese people over here. When I spoke, my Japanese was a bit better.
Yeah.
And I could actually speak to Umeki and that. But it's just like... I mean, I'm really biased because I just hate, like, American culture.
Really?
Yeah, I just really hate it.
I was going to say, like, is it, like, something that these Americans are doing?
For me, whenever I go backpacking or whenever I go... Yeah, rip Adam and Verm. Yep, I agree. I mean, I don't dislike Adam and Verm, but I didn't necessarily like them. I like the way Verm dressed. He dressed like a JoJo's character.
Adam and Verm?
Nah, just Verm and Anubis.
Oh, okay.
They're like the two Ganons that MGK brought over.
Ah.
I don't dislike them, but I didn't like get along with them. Whereas Coney's the only one where I'd be like, this guy's cool. I like him. He's funny.
Yeah. He is funny.
Mr. R's really cool, but he's European. Kotaro and Foe were fine, I think. I didn't really gel with them that much. Like, I wouldn't go grab a beer with them, but I didn't hate them.
Okay.
It just feels a lot of the time when I'm talking to a Yank, I say something, and they're like, oh, yeah, and then they just go off on their own tangent a lot of the time.
Okay.
like when I'm backpacking, when I meet them through Smash. So I don't know. I think it's a cultural difference that I just don't gel with.
All right.
A lot of the
Yeah,
time.
no, I can definitely understand that. So you reckon like the bringing players over will continue into the future?
I want to keep doing it. It's just like, it's such a hard thing. Is like,
It's ridiculously difficult, and
what
it's
do we
hard
do?
to sort of
It's
like
a lot of
quantify
money.
the results.
Is that better? Yeah. Is this better? I think it definitely is. Yeah. It's like, it's hard to quantify if it's worth the money, but I hope it is. And I think just for the experience alone of just like meeting these awesome people, it's worth it. So, yeah.
It's definitely really difficult. All right, I think we'll take a short break.
Yep. Siggy break. We could.
And then we'll come back with some of the game modes we've got.
Oh yeah.
Speed round. I got to stop doing so many questions. You don't understand. I would do them all and then read out the extra questions that I did.
Oh,
but they stress me out the whole week. Anyways, everyone, grab yourself some toilet break or ciggy break.
That's it.
Some time, and then we'll see you in a little bit. And we're back. Tournameta podcast number 4. We had a quick break. It was all great. Just quick congratulations to Nevar. You had your Hitman stream today, and you got some viewers. Congrats, man. That's really good.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
When you get like people coming out more than you expect, it's like, oh wait, maybe I do have worth.
What's Paz's motto? Support small streamers?
Hashtag support small streamers.
Yeah, there you go.
I take the piss out of that all the time. Hashtag support small e-boys. I'm like next to Sam, who's like 7 foot.
Small e-boys. That's good. Yeah, so what we had is a little conversation, but I didn't want to go too into like taking shots off at the esports organizations.
Yeah.
But what we really want to hammer down is that some of these esports organizations are probably dead in the water in like a year.
Yeah.
Like they're just so...
There's just no plan.
Yeah. There's no plan. And one of the things that we talked about was like brand identity. I think some games like Darksided and Genuine Gaming, they have their brand identity at least. Like Genuine Gaming, it's in the name. And if you think about like some of the most iconic esports brands like TSM, Cloud9, they have their identity.
Yeah,
they have something figured out. So if you are like investing into the scene right now, this is probably the biggest jewel that we're going to drop, is that you have to understand what kind of brand you're repping. You don't want to just have the best player. It's like if you're running a business, if you're just trying to undercut the competition with cheaper prices, you're just going to get blown out of the water by like some super big company.
I think the big thing I see is that like a lot of these esports orgs, they like put money, they fly their players over, which is really good for our scene. And honestly, I was a bit I'm talking like I knew everything, but going through esports is definitely like a learning process with me. It's not like I knew everything at the start, and it's me like reading up on like what makes esports orgs successful. And I've sort of realized in the past few months that like a lot of these orgs that are coming in aren't like, they've got no plans for like what they want to do. They've got no like future goals. They've got no structure. They've got no, this is our identity. This is what we want people to think when they hear the name XYZ. Yeah. You know, and a lot of people just switching from like team to team, you know, it's just like, it feels like, there's no loyalty here. There's no like, this person is with this team, and I think it's fine to switch teams because that's just what happens in like, but like when it's like, you know, every month they're on a new team, it's like, well, fuck.
When you have an organization and your like player leaves and he's from like the FGC, if there's like your rep for a particular game, and it doesn't mean much for your organization because you're just going to pick up a similar player, you've kind of failed. Like you failed as like a brand then at that point.
Yeah, I think.
And what I wanted to like poke at when I first came into this, but I was really unsure, is that if Couchwarriors has that brand identity. But from what we've been talking about, I think it's pretty obvious that you guys do have like a plan ahead. You've got like what Couchwarriors means to the individual.
I think that's definitely something that we can improve on, just to like give you the insider scoop and like the insider idea, right? I've always wanted to have Couchwarriors have a more identity, because if you're not in the Melbourne scene, it can be hard to see like Couchwarriors as like not this just giant amalgamation of like, we run events, we do this thing. Yeah. And instead see like the people. I want to frontline more TOs as like personalities and like, hey, this is us, we're all a big family. Yeah. Because we are, you know, we like hang out and do fun shit together. I'm going to dinner going for dinner with Ellis. I was supposed to go for dinner with Ellis tonight, but I had this on. So we're gonna.
Sorry.
No, I'm happy. I'm very much happy to be here.
Suck
we can
it,
always
Ellis.
suck a fat one, Ellis. Yeah. So like, I think for me, I want like catch because like CEO has Jabali. He's like a big personality. Jozuya, you did not miss the Twitter questions.
Yeah, we're about to head into them.
Yes.
And Seb Pro, you spent $50 on time scooters and accident, but why was it so fun?
That's good.
I don't know. That's too much money on time scooters.
I agree.
But they are.
But I'm going to hit the time scooters up. I believe in my boy Seb.
They're actually
Hashtag Tim
ridiculously
Tao hit.
fun. Yeah. Finish your thought. You were talking about like
pretty much like
personalities.
CEO has like Jabali, for better or for worse, Evo has Joey Cellular, Mr. Wiz, as controversial as that person is.
Yeah.
I think, it's sort of what I want to do with Couchwarriors, where we have like these personalities and you don't just see Couchwarriors as this amalgamation of like all these events, and rather like these are the people running your scene and we love our games and we want you to love your games as well.
Yeah.
But that can be really hard putting out that sort of content because we are human beings with our own lives, and just getting the events upline and online is like really very like draining.
Yeah.
So to do like podcasts and all this other crap on top of it can be really, really draining. And I've lost a lot more money on tournaments than I have made money. I reckon including like gas and entry and like paying for shit, I'm probably down like $3,000-$4,000 for TOing, which is fine because it's my passion.
But it's still it represents the investment.
Yeah,
of
exactly,
time and
exactly.
Effort
And
you've put in.
hopefully one day, I know, esports gets massive and I'm a multi-millionaire and I can like buy jet skis and shit and do stuff like that. But until then, I'll just keep grinding it out.
Why don't you just sell equity in your company, bro?
Yeah,
and then
bro.
just get in all the Chinese investors.
Rupert Murdoch, if you're listening, would you like to buy Couchwarriors for $20,000? I'll do it. I'll let you have it, brother. I'll give you the key to the city.
Key to this. Anyway, let's move into Twitter questions because people are asking about it.
Yeah.
When I joined the scene, I had no clue what the F was Couchwarriors, and I kind of just thought it was an umbrella group for VGC tourneys. It's not. It's hard work.
Yeah, it's people who love video games.
Okay, so the rules are we go by highest voted because they put in the effort to think of a nice question. And although we're kind of promoting the one thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone's just knocked on the door and I've been distracted.
We've got a special guest.
It doesn't matter. Like they've gotten a good question. It means everybody wants to hear it. So let's go with the first one that I see that's got the highest on my screen right now. DMG ? 411 ? Sad hour.
The man who is housing me, actually.
Yeah, his thoughts on hero legalization.
I mean, we've already covered this. Counterplay to him is extremely shit, and he's like too RNG. I'm simplifying a bit, but yeah, I don't like hero as like a actual character.
So can I pose something then? Like, do you reckon it needs to be like a completely overhaul of the character before it becomes legal?
Not really.
Completely overhaul the down B, basically.
I don't think. He has like really stupid moves like side B. I think his side B is the best move in the game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's so dumb. It kills you like 60.
It's got super armor, hits above and around. Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really dumb. So I think a lot would need to change, and it would have to be like, a way to predict what you get. But I don't even know how you do it. It's so hard. Like giving someone that many choices, it would have to be like they go into a set and they have these specific moves for the game.
Yeah.
And that's all the moves they can use. And every time you bring up down B, that's the moves they have.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, in one match you'll have Hocus. But the problem is, well, like he's good enough to just get like, oh, he has bounce, he has this. But the problem is like, if you get bounce against a villager in one set, it's like, oh, that's really good. Now this matchup is like +1. And it's like you don't get bounce. Oh, maybe it's even. So who knows? And
then like those like bounce is probably like a non-offender in comparison to some of them. Like what is it? Thwack, where it can like just kill at 0 and
Thwack's so
done.
Yeah. Thwack needs to be completely removed from the game.
Yeah, that was
it's really stupid.
Questionable addition.
Super dumb.
Anyways, second question. Thanks for that one, Sad Hour. Second one, Millis 2, The Return of Jafar.
Boo, Millis.
Take back
Boo,
what
Millis.
you said about DDD.
No,
What'd
fuck
you say about
DDD.
DDD?
I said DDD is the lamest fucking character in this game. DDD Kimmy fucking sucks. Who plays DDD is
What
a
about
huge
Mega
gimp.
Man? I thought you were not a fan.
Hate Mega Man, but like all the Mega Man people I know are cool.
That's
so.
true, yeah.
TGRC from Beijing and Shanghai. I love those boys. I did go to China to compete.
Shitashi as well.
I love Chris. Oh my god, I love Chris. Is like my secret best friend.
Yeah.
Even though we sometimes squabble,
He's
but
my
I love
secret
Chris.
lover.
Yeah, I love Chris so much. He's such a funny, like, good bloke. Just hearing that guy talk about stuff just makes me laugh. Like the way he talks.
Yeah.
I love him so much. I love Chris. We were hanging out heaps at our Big Win Champs too.
He reminds me of the young kid at heart every time I
Oh,
talk to him.
true.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I fully agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, DDD, fuck DDD players, fuck DDD culture, fuck gimps that like hold down when they like take a stock and think they're like super funny. But
Making heavies viable was a mistake.
oh, Millis is here. Hey, I think Millis is real cool.
DDD players, they're an oppressed class.
Yeah, they are. They're the underclass. I'm the bourgeoisie, and the DDD players are the proletariat coming to kill me for my. I'm a landlord.
All right.
Come kill me, Millis.
So DDD, we're not taking it back.
Yeah.
What's your response to claims that Couchwarriors is trying to take over the scene?
This
We've
is the
touched on
spicy one.
but it is kind of spicy.
Yeah, there were, like, when we came into Queensland, I think we are sort of, like, I'll be honest, we're, like, take over the scene's a bit of a loaded way of putting it.
Yep.
But I do think we want to put as many Couchwarriors TOs in as many states and as many Couchwarriors events as many states that doesn't upset the scene and doesn't like take over it. We don't want to take over. We want to supplement and support. Like, I don't think we're ever going to do FGC stuff in Sydney. Just because Ochen has the unlock, they do the job good and they've been there and their people know and care about like their brand. And I think we can't offer anything to add. You know, having an alternate FGC event in Sydney would only split the scene up, I think, and it wouldn't really help. That's why we're not going to do FGC stuff in Sydney.
Okay.
But, you know, we've talked to stuff like Pika, the Perth Iron King, something. Sorry, guys, from
Iron
WA.
King Challenge, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, yeah, so we've talked to them. Like, we want to support, we don't want to compete.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what differentiates us from other like esports event organization stuff.
For people who might disagree with that, I'll pose a little point that sort of like might help understand that, is that the scene's in a current state where like I don't think you can really just take over. I think there's a lot of like underutilized areas where like it's not nearly as competitive as it could be because there's like areas that you can go into in a market and sort of like take over in a way, but not like knock people out who are already doing what they're doing.
Obviously, Couchwarriors coming into the scene has like, we can't just like go, oh, we're coming in and we're doing things, but you have these other things, and then like it's not that simple because us coming in disrupts the flow of certain things.
It's obviously going to have an impact.
Yeah, so you can't just pretend like we're not actually, you know, changing the landscape and maybe pushing people out, which is not what I really want to do. I want to come to a point where, like, I don't want, like, to, like, so a lot of people, I'm going to call out some Perth people, right? Like, what's that one place? There's this place in Perth. I went there and they like just got their own TOs and like, okay, we run Smash tournaments now. That's not what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to go to Perth. I want to get the Big Win Champs guys. I want to say, I want you guys to come on board.
Yeah.
Like how we did with Ellis and his team who were running stuff here and the Team Solo guys who were running stuff here. We want you to take on the Couchwarriors brand to bring up the FGC. We don't want to supplement, all right, we're going to put in these new TOs and they're your leaders now.
Yeah.
You know, hail them. That's not what we want to do. And I guess that's
Do you reckon you'll have to merge with anybody where you'll have to like compromise
I've
and
always,
be like, this is Big Win and Couchwarriors?
That's I think that's not something we would be interested in just because I think our branding's too important to us, and if that's the case, we just won't enter that scene.
Yeah.
Just to quickly talk to Pisk here, what support has CW given to the FGC, the Queensland FGC?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've
That's a good question.
We give equipment, we back money for the venue. We're like a safety net that if things go wrong, we have, front
Page
connections.
of Twitch.
Yeah, we give them front page of Twitch.
That's pretty important when you talk about cash flows.
Yeah, that is. So yeah, it's important for us to like. There's like an actual, because if we just go there and we like, okay, now we own the things and we're not giving the scene back, then there's no point for us being there. That's a hostile takeover. And just getting back to the point, I assume Jozuya is Joz, like Ari Joz. I think part of what people think are the problem are you guys enforcing your rules and stipulations on the scene, as well as controlling the scene for the sake of controlling. So I understand that, because I think that comes from a misunderstanding of who Couchwarriors are. Yeah, sorry, Ari Joz. I'm so sorry. Like, that's just how I know you. I'm sorry. We've only met like twice, but I think you're a sick cunt. So take that.
Both of you.
Yeah, I love both of you twos. I think that comes from a misunderstanding of what Couchwarriors wants to do. Like, that was part of me, because I think I take slightly part of the blame, because I want Australia to have a unified rule set,
which would be pretty good.
I do bend the arms a bit on that one, so I'm sorry for any people that has sort of has pricked them a bit.
Yeah. I mean, he states that he disagrees with it.
Yeah, totally. But this is more for the people who would agree with him.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to control the scene for controlling. We want to not control the scene, but we want to have a stake in the scene, because if we could get a unified Australian like FGC organisation...
Just think about the possibilities.
Yeah. And I just want to say right now that there are other esports organisations that are running these events and not putting back into the scene.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're about. And if someone's going to eat the pie on the windowsill, I would like it to be the people that... actually give a fuck about our scene.
One of the things that almost worried me a little bit was when VG Bootcamp came through and did Gong.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if that was the go. Like, I'm not going to... Because I was in China at the time. I booked the wrong flights. So...
Yikes. No, the thing was, it just like... I don't want to say this is what you're saying, but it reminds me of like the pie. If like VG Bootcamp and... 2G are both successful brands, I think, in America, and they're both branching into international markets. And I feel like if you're walking into like Australia, it's pretty easy for someone who's got more resources to sort of be like, okay, we can sort of outsource this and manage the brand from internationally, and then they might start be doing the same things that Couchwarriors are doing, except they are doing the things that people are afraid of, where they start to control and be like, okay, we want to sort of like have the market here. I'm not suggesting that that's what they're actually going to do. I don't want to lead anyone to believe that, but it is a possibility, like especially when you look at the way that sort of league esports eat up all of the Australian viewers. The Australian League esports is borderline dead because nobody watches it. Nobody cares about OPL in League. It's got like... If you
I've started following it recently.
League has like, for most of the games will be like 2,000 views, and if you look at like the market segregation of the American League, it's all like where the Australian viewers are going. So it happens really quickly, and like it will happen when the American viewers will pick it up. Because if you think, you probably watch pro games that are all on VG Bootcamp, and most other people here would probably watch that too. Yeah. And some people will exclusively watch that and not watch the Australian scenes. But when you start to come in and take the Australian scenes as well, then there's not much left over for the Australian businesses.
I think if you want, like, I think you're right on the mark. I think if you want Australia to grow as its own like scene, and like for us to have our own talent and not people just to be like, oh, I'm moving to America, fuck Australia, a lot of, not even just video game or like entertainment stuff, a lot of scenes like the fashion scene. My friend housemate KMS, he was a model, his girlfriend's a fashion designer from in New York. She just got back recently. Okay. So they say, you get big in the Melbourne fashion scene, you just fuck off to New York, you know? So it's like, we want to have our own homegrown thing so that we're actually building the scene for the people here.
Yeah, so that the pro players can feel comfortable working with like the different...
I think there are a lot of positives, and I think it was a call that needed to be made by Forpar and Nicole from the Gong FGC. And I don't necessarily think it's the wrong call.
Yeah, I don't think they would. That's what they were trying to do. It. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, we can get in with VG. It's a lot of people think that like some TOs are just like, oh, yeah, I'm doing it so I can get a job in esports and become a big guy. Like, no one does thousands of unpaid hours. They just become a fucking, IT manager or some shit. It's a lot easier to get richer than to put money into fucking esports.
Like Joz says, Ellis has personally hauled carloads of equipment up to Coastal Clash to support me in my tournament, even though it's a Couchwarriors tournament. So yeah, I think most of the Couchwarriors employees are non-paid, right?
No one's paying Couchwarriors.
Yeah, so
we get paid for extreme, like what's the thing? Clarity, not clarity.
I know the word you're talking
not
about.
Not opaqueness. Screw it. But just so you know what's going on.
Clarification.
Yeah, just so you know what's going on. The only time we really get paid out for stuff is when we have a budget from sponsors to pay out people.
Yeah.
We don't get paid. Like we don't
Transparency.
Transparency. Thank you.
Thanks.
So if it's at a a Rambat, no one's taking money from the.
Yeah.
That all goes back into the scene. But say something like an MEO where we have a bit of budget from ESL. Yeah, we'll pay the commentators. Yeah, we'll pay the. We'll pay the tournament organisers because this is outside of our range and we have budget for it.
Yeah.
And getting people paid is what we want to do in the end.
Yep.
It's just we don't want to shoot ourselves in the leg by, or giving ourselves $300 a month, to do this thing when that could be going back into supporting the scene and building it up.
Little known fact for people who don't know much about the league scene, Immortals is a huge league and Dota and I think CSGO team, and they were run by what Rich, the head of H2K, calls as a naive child. Because one of the things that he did was saying, why don't people reveal what they're paying their players? And he revealed that he was paying like $20,000, which is 3 times next the most amount, right? He was just paying them a ridiculous amount with how much money he was getting. But it actually fucked up the ecosystem. Because
then people were like, well, why aren't I getting paid that much?
Because they had like Hooney, who was like one of the Korean players, who was playing Lucian top, which is just stupid, and they lost games because of it, like just tossing it. And he's like, he's been paying $20,000 a month. How come he gets to do dumb stuff, and then I get paid $5,000? Like, what's going on here? And a lot of teams that contributed to like them losing their equity and having to get more investment and destroying their cash flows because they jumped the gun when they weren't ready as a business or an organization. So I think you're right on the money. But if you do overstep it, I guarantee everyone will shit down your throat.
Yeah.
So you got to...
I know. It's a very tight rope. I think for the amount of work TOs do, they definitely deserve to get paid. It's just I want to be able to put money back into the scene and also give TOs a payment so that, I take shifts off from work to run tournaments. So you've probably seen me. I'm always very fucking poor. I get paid $18 an hour, which is, by the way, under the minimum wage. I don't get. I get fucked at work.
Okay.
So I do take.
Yeah. Like, you're nannying, so it's like.
Yeah. I do like take off. Like people sacrifice for this, so I think they should be able to be like, okay, well, if at least I'm taking this shift off, I'm not getting fucked, and I don't have to scramble for rent this month.
Exactly.
I think that's totally viable because we don't have a scene otherwise. But at the current time and place, the money that we need to put into BAM, the money that we need to put into SSU, right now it's not really sustainable. It's something that we want to look for in the future. Any positions where we can pay our TOs and it be sustainable, we do, but it's just not sustainable.
And it's a delicate position. Like you will shoot yourself in the dick if you jump too quick and try and have to pay them when you don't have the ability to. Anyway, that was a good question.
Yeah,
Thank you, Joz.
Very good question.
Thanks for helping us out with words, Twitch chat, and
thank you.
We actually jumped the gun a little bit and took Twitch chat questions as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, the 3 liked question is from Blaz, Ashley. Favorite region in Oz that isn't Vic. Now, if you say Queensland, like we'll be happy, but we know you're lying.
Yeah, I'm totally lying.
If you say any other state, you just might not make it out of the state.
Yeah, I might die. So it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Probably Perth. I just love Big Win beer too much.
Yeah, okay.
I love Perth so
That's
much.
probably the only answer that you probably could have got. Is this the Tournameta podcast?
This is the Tournameta podcast, correct. Tournameta
How you
podcast
doing?
number 4.
Jet Fantastic. It's your boy Cap. How you doing?
Yeah. Perth or Newcastle, just because I love pussy. I know a lot of Newcastle. People don't like me because of the kelp drama.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of people I like that I know don't like me anymore because of the cult drama, but it's all love, I guess. I love Alvin. I love Matt Hall. I love Bussy. They're all just like G units.
It's a give and take.
Kizabam as well. I love Kizabam so much. I'd probably put Newcastle over, even though I hate Kelp and I really despise him.
Okay.
I would probably want to move to Newcastle before moving to Perth, just because I just love Bussy so much. I love Kizabam. Like, me, Bussy, Kizabam went to China. It was just so elite.
And trust me, no matter how much you like anyone here, as soon as summer hits, nobody wants to live in Queensland.
Yeah, no, fuck your state.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's rough.
I love Queensland people though. Like, I love Ellis. The whole 411 crew. I just love the vibe.
They've done well.
Yeah. I really like the
well.
411 boys.
I'd live in Melbourne if I didn't live here.
Yeah, Melbourne's pretty sick.
Or Sydney.
Fuck Sydney, but yeah. I think that's just in my blood as a
Do you
Melbourne.
guys have a rivalry between Melbourne and Sydney? Or
as a city?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Fuck Sydney, they're fuckwits.
Right. Well, if you go into any of the Brisbane Facebook pages, you'll find there's a lot of just general hate to Melbourne.
Yeah, of course.
There's
Because we're like the lefty, like, they elected the Greens.
Yeah, and it's
damn
Queensland.
right we did, cunt. Fucking Pauline Hanson asshole eating idiots.
Yeah. I think I browsed through a page which was Let's Nuke Melbourne.
I'm chill with that, TBH. Let's nuke Australia while we're at it.
All right. Anyway, kids menu, Kaito.
Yes, Kaito. He lives 2 minutes from me now.
Really?
He works with me now, actually. We work at the same place. I got him a job.
Most of what I know about him is like a living
He's
meme.
the dumbest cunt you'll ever meet. Kaito, you're such a dumb bitch.
But he's good at Smash, isn't he?
Yeah, he was like top 10 in Vic at a point. He's good at Smash. Really, really talented guy. I love Kaito. He's like one of my closest friends. I love him to death. I could hug him for the rest of my life.
That's beautiful. He asks, what's the perfect meal?
I need to say this one. Coco's Curry House, mild scrambled egg curry plus tartar egg. It is. I go to Japan pretty often. Like, holy shit. Okay, sorry. I go to Japan a lot.
Yeah.
I eat Coco's for like 2 weeks straight, and then I have the other food. I love curry. Curry's my favorite food, like a Japanese curry, the sweeter.
Yeah.
I'm a little white pasty boy, so I can't eat the spicy stuff.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm moving up there. I'm moving up in the world. Yeah, you have to go with Coco's, man. It's so clutch every time. It's just so good. It's consistently ridiculously good. And now I'm mad because I want curry. Oh god.
I think the equivalent in Australia's got to be like fish and chips or burger and chips, right?
Yeah. That's like I don't like fish and chips. I'm not
That's
about
rough,
that
man.
lifestyle.
You must be struggling.
Yeah, it is. I also have Crohn's, so I can't like eat 90% of food. But
Okay.
we live with it. So on to next. Where can I buy your earrings from? There's a place in Chadstone that does secondhand earrings, and I really should have cleaned my earrings before I put them in because I infected my left ear. So I don't have one in there. It's good now, but like you can see it's a bit fucked. Right?
Yeah,
it's
a
like
little
bit
swollen.
red. Yeah. So yeah, always disinfect your earrings, idiots. Saline spray that motherfucker like a nutcase.
I'm gonna put JJ's under blast for
Yeah.
a little bit. I used to work there, and we sold earrings, and everyone was like, "Oh, these are the ones that like don't cause allergic reactions."
Oh yeah, bro.
And we were told by management to say they don't. But
even though they do.
they do.
Yeah. Fuck JJ's.
Sorry.
JJ's is evil. Like any place that sells Invader Zim wear needs to be blown from nuked. I believe that. Nuke every single fucking JJ's.
They're pretty bad. I mean, like, I don't work there anymore, and they're probably not going to give me a job back, so I get to blast them a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
They're run by the Just Group.
Yeah. I know the Just Group. That's Aldi as well. No, I'm Peter Alexander.
Yeah.
I applied.
They
Please give me the job.
They're evil.
Yeah, totally. I'm sure.
They had a crash in Bangladesh a while back where like 1,000 people lost their lives.
Holy shit!
And
in like a warehouse or?
Yeah, but it was like a bunch of factories like were demolished because the safety standards weren't adhered to, and like Bangladesh as an economy was centered around textiles, so a lot of businesses are using it, and all the businesses came together and said, we need to do something about this. Let's like bring up their living standards and make sure they have the safety standards. And every like Cotton On.
Yeah, they all got around except the Just.
And Just Group said, we've actually organised our own safety standards and we appreciate what you're doing, but we actually think we're going to do it better. And then they backed out of Bangladesh completely and went and made all their stuff at China.
Fucking hell.
So they are...
That's so evil.
Pretty evil.
Fuck. I was about to say fuck Bangladesh. Not fuck Bangladesh. fuck the Just Group. That's
and
so cursed.
China's just lower quality stuff as well.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah,
totally.
They suck.
Yeah, they're too super evil. Giant mega corporations. What are you going to do?
Sometimes.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, my red skin's showing, but, you know, what do you do?
Yeah, some of them are alright.
Yeah.
But large majority are pretty
Pretty
money
evil.
hungry.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the next part we've got. Well, I want to get these little game types out of the road.
Mm-hmm.
We can do speedrun next, or we can do.
Let me choose.
Gannon's Advocate.
Oh, I like Gannon's Advocate,
You
but
do?
I want to keep that one for a bit. So let's quickly do speedrun.
Speedrun's fun. I try to do less questions so I don't get heartbroken and try and read them out at the end anyways.
Yeah.
But they're all pretty good.
Okay.
I tried getting a job in AU for over a year and couldn't get one. Then in New Zealand, I got one in like a week. Blazing Singularity or Blazing. That's really weird.
Yeah, surely there's less job opportunity in New Zealand.
Yeah, I hear it from
Luck
a lot
of the draw.
New Zealanders that, that's not the case.
There's probably just the luck of the draw. All right, speedrun. What's this? I'm excited. I don't know the speedrun.
You have to turn around.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, because I got to read the questions.
Okay, I'm turning around. I can't see anything.
Some of these questions are going to be easy. Some of these questions are going to be tough. All these questions you just have to answer as quickly as possible.
And as honestly?
And as honestly as possible.
Got it.
I mean, you can lie. It's not like I'm going to be able to tell.
Yeah,
but
totally. Oh, no, I laugh when I lie, so
okay.
you might just.
There we go then. All right, everyone knows. All right, are we ready, Jet? Just give me the thumbs up, and then I'll start rattling them off. Okay, best region in Australia.
Vic.
Hero or Banjo?
Hero.
Best controller to play Ultimate with?
GameCube, idiots, shut up.
Peach or Daisy?
Daisy.
Best,
way hotter.
Best waifu in Smash?
Fuck. Yeah, Isabel.
Best husbando?
Boy. Who's a hot boy? Fuck. This one's important. Shit, Squirtle.
That's important. Is Smash a fighting game?
Yes.
Best fighting game besides Smash?
Unist.
Favorite food?
Curry.
Best Aussie expression?
Fuck you, dog cunt. That's the one.
I thought you were going to say munted. Best anime?
Best anime. Oh, God. Now, I'm going to have a quick
you got 15 seconds left.
Perfect Blue is the best anime movie. Neon Genesis Evangelion's the best anime series. Mob Psycho 100's like second.
Nintendo's best video game?
Shit. Super Smash Brothers, I guess. Melee, yeah.
Is TO Nerf real?
No.
As you are out of time.
Damn.
0 seconds left.
We got a few. Did I get through all of them?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, I think you got a little past halfway.
Whoa,
yeah,
shit.
so I'm cheering because now I get to keep them. The leftover ones.
Okay,
I think some
good.
of them were designed for you though. So I don't
you'll
want
have to move them out.
Yeah. I got really disappointed when I asked Sadar if he likes teefies or curled feetsies, and he had no idea what I was talking about.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, it's a cat thing. The cats sometimes they leave their teeth hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
And
teefies.
sometimes they curl their feet.
It's all about teefies.
Yeah.
It's all about teefies.
Teefies is the best.
Yeah, I agree.
My cat, I think he's got a fuck jaw. He drools.
Your cat drools.
Yeah, he's not supposed to.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't really see cats drool all too much.
He only does it when he's cuddling though, so it's probably because of some non-life-threatening reason. And then we've got Gannon's Advocate next.
Oh, wait. I want to do these two questions. Who's going to win SSU?
Right.
My roommate, extra. Easy. Free.
And do you prefer to be called Pudge or Jack?
Jack. Don't call me Pudge. Call me Jack. I hate Pudge so much.
Okay,
really,
Jack.
I hate you. Thank you. I hate Pudge. I hate when people call me Pudge. And I won't get angry at you. It's because it's just that's natural to call me Pudge because that's how everyone calls me. But if you know me, feel absolutely free to call me Jack. I highly incentivize you to call me Jack, even if we've never met. Go, hey Jack. I'd be super chill with it.
90% of the time, I think people use Cap to talk about.
Cap's a good like nickname though. I think.
Yeah.
Pudge just sounds fucking lame.
But they use it when they're talking about me, or they'll be like, "Oh, Cap's doing this now."
Yeah.
Instead of Declan, he did really well today.
Yeah.
It's always I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a nicknames obviously evolve quite a bit. Why don't you change yours to just Jack?
Seebs, it is in Discord, but it's whatever. Okay. People know me as Pudge, and my brand is sort of like Pudge, so gotta leverage that.
Stuck with it.
Branding.
Did you play Pudge in Dota?
No, fuck, I hate that question so much. Everyone asked me that question.
Everyone asks me if I play Captain Falcon and Smash.
Oh, yeah, true.
Nah, dude.
Nah, brother, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
No, I've never played Dota 2 in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I played Underlords.
Dota Fire?
Yeah, for Underlords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Underlords, I use Pudge a lot. I like the Warrior comp, so.
I like the Demon comp.
Matt KMS loves the Demon comp.
It's such a gamble as well.
Yeah, it's like, do you get Strange Bedfellows or not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, some of the guys probably don't know what we're talking about with Underlords.
Totally,
Go play it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's really good. And you can get it on your mobile.
Yep. I was playing it on the train here, actually.
I was going to get Auto Chess until I heard it was made by Epic Games.
Was it?
Yeah.
Insane.
Yes,
Fuck
it
that.
was.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck them. All right, so you did well. Now we're going to do
Thank you.
Gannon's Advocate.
I'm so excited.
These are pretty fun. They're hard to do, though, because
Yeah.
sometimes I don't even agree with them, but I try and get you to argue
Yeah.
them. I got some good topics. What were they? Vic has better mid-level players. Yeah, this is changing, I reckon.
Yeah.
You're going to have to argue it. So it's something that you agree with. We've got a couple of different things.
Yeah.
So the first one's pretty easy for you to argue, right? You probably reckon this is true.
Yeah.
But I reckon it's changing pretty quick. So go.
Yeah, no,
tell
I
me.
totally disagree. I think Vic's mid-level is dead, but I will argue Vic's mid-level is good.
Jesus.
You got to remember, right? So when you think about it, so like Vic's mid-level, we're always going to have a better mid-level because we've got more infrastructure.
Yeah.
We've got more, like with Couchwarriors. We've got the biggest tournament in Australia. We've got Twitch backing us. On top of that, like we have a big culture of Vic superiority. We had like such a dominant 2 years in Smash 4. We have the best player in the country, sort of, not really. Extra, he's like top 3.
I would have called
right
him
now.
the best in the country.
Yeah, maybe not
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Ultimate. He's yet to win a tournament.
Oh,
major.
that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it's like, ooh.
You've got all the ingredients to have good mid players.
Yeah, totally. And I think we will because we just care way more than any other state.
See, in Smash 4, it was always the case that when we travelled into Victoria, we'd be like, why is it that some of these mid-level players just like risk beating me, but the high-level players have the same sort of energy?
Yeah.
And I think that's like changing that it's very similar in Queensland.
Well, you guys have Chirupon, you got Spamage.
You have no idea. You have no idea. You're going to go to Sunnyside Up and you're going to find out
I'm
that
excited.
that
I'm excited
there
for FNS. I'm
they're
super
everywhere.
excited.
Yeah, no. I think I'm coming to
I'm not
for that as
sleeping.
well.
I'm definitely not sleeping on anyone.
Yeah.
I've been watching some Chirupon sets. I won't lie.
He's pretty good, eh?
He's alright. His movement's pretty clean.
Yeah.
I know if he's got the. I don't. Not calling out Chirupon. I know if he's got like the
Adaptation.
really quick adaptation,
Yeah.
which is like, but like some top level Vic players don't have that. So,
Yeah.
You know.
I would say like one of the things he's really good at is just like shitting on your mistakes.
Yeah, totally, and that's what matters in this
Yeah.
game. I think if you can, like, you'll see Leo, like he just gets like 75 million% off
Yeah.
of like one mistake, and it's like, oh cool,
It's
Joker
kind
has
of
Lupin
hard
now.
to find mistakes in this game. Like,
Yeah,
in
well, with
comparison.
punishing so hard.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have really good ground movement.
Anyway, we're completely off topic.
Yeah,
of this.
I know. But yeah,
we're
I
like
think,
the tangent kings.
I think,
swear to
yeah, I
God.
know. This is bad to have both of us on here.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So just to wrap it up, I think Vic does have a better mid-level now. Probably not better than Sydney.
You already argued that you said that you don't agree with it.
I don't agree with this.
Okay.
I do agree with this.
I think
Vic
now
is-
everyone's just interested why you don't agree with it though. Like what
Like,
is happening
I don't
in
know,
Vic
like-
that you don't?
I mean, I just think our mid-level just fell off. Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of our PR players just left. A lot of a lot of people around my level just aren't performing out of state. You know, like Vine Green's not doing great. I'm getting like 49th at majors.
Right.
Like, you know, like people aren't really performing. That's just it. Like we're not performing on that interstate stage.
Righto.
Like, I mean, Tommy, our third in the state, got like 17th at BAM. Oof. That's only because he went into Chris, I reckon, though. I think he'll fuck shit up at SSU, so it's chill.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Hero should be banned for SSU. I thought this one might be I didn't know what you were going to say on this one.
Yeah, so I think
When I
he
wrote
should
it.
be legal.
You think he should be legal?
Yeah.
That we've covered that, but you're
Yeah.
going to argue that he should be banned.
Okay, he should be banned
For
because
this upcoming tournament.
For SSU, he should be banned.
Do you think that it doesn't require any testing? That he definitively needs to be banned now?
Yeah, I think so.
Because
I
of how
genuinely
he
think
is.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
easy. It's such an easy call. Like, I'm 95% now. I've been really thinking about it. Like, there's just no count. There's no way to play around down B because it's so fast.
Yeah.
You can't react to it. You can't play around it because there's 17 different things you could get. And that would be fine if they all weren't that good, but literally half of them can just kill you.
And he's a sortie, so like even if you get in on him and he like can
Yeah.
pressure him.
Oh, his disadvantage is dog shit, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's about the variance of like, you know, who like it's about how variable he is because he could win. He just like skews the games in ways that aren't affected by player skill.
But I mean, there's RNG in like a bunch of other characters. Like you've got Peach and Game and Watch.
Yeah,
and
but listen to this, right?
Yeah.
The difference is you can react to
A bomb being pulled.
a bomb being pulled. You can react to like a side B sort of, because you just don't get in
You
the
know
setups.
the setups, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get down thrown, so you avoid the grab. And getting a raw side B isn't that easy. Getting a raw thwack, brother, the cunt's bigger than Giga Bowser. Like, what the fuck?
Just chuck him out. Who cares? Because you got another broken thing coming out the ass in a couple of seconds. All right, yeah. I keep doing this where I write these good Ganon's Advocate questions and then I cover them in the topics before.
Yeah, I know. It's silly. I can't quickly just read the chat.
Yeah,
what people
go for
saying.
it. Go for it.
I need some Smash people. There's been a lot of up-and-comers, but generally not afraid of Vic mid-level. Yeah, neither. Pudge called him mid-level re-spammage. Yeah, I know, he probably is. He's 11th in QLD. But he was just, in my head, he's
Spammage is, I thought he was going to take more names than he has. It seems like he's dropped off a little bit. He hasn't come consistently first. Like, in his Tuesday night fights, he started to lose sets to other people. But he's ridiculous good. I don't think he was playing Ice Climbers in one of the sets that he dropped. But yeah, he's unbelievably good for how much time he's put in.
Yeah, cool.
But it's stupid because it seems like all the mid-level players are doing the same thing. Where they're just like you in Smash 4, you put a heaps amount of time in before you start getting the things you need to get and sort of leveling up. But these guys are just so quick.
It's pretty insane seeing like Queensland's like. Well, I said a lot of your top players like just left, so the ranks are being filled faster than our ranks are being filled. I think.
True.
Yeah.
That's another argument for Vic mid-level being better. Anyway, well, the third one, I knew this would be hard for you to argue.
So I have to argue for this?
Yeah, you have to say Queenslander will win. And you have to say which Queenslander you think too.
Yeah, cool.
Ben Gold's obviously the...
Ben Gold.
But I don't reckon Ben Gold will win it.
Too inconsistent. I love Ben. I think he's a great guy.
It's tough.
He's just super inconsistent because his character sucks dick and his Bowser isn't good enough yet.
I would love it if he won.
Yeah, same.
But...
Sadao's Snake is fucking nutty,
Yeah.
but Victorians are just too good against Snake, I think.
He'll probably
Like
have to pull out the Lucina.
We fucked the Perth Snakes. We destroyed them.
You know what would be sick if they won? Shadru.
No, I'm not on the Shadru train.
You're not on the Shadru train?
I'm not about Shadru.
I would love it if Shadru won.
I'm going to call Shadru out here a bit. So, first time I ever played Shadru was at the FNS July 28th. I know the exact date.
Okay.
Because we were talking about the new Kanye West album that released.
Shadru was talking to you about this.
No, I was talking to Gus about it. So that's when I went Game 10 against Sadauer at the FNS in Grand Finals.
All right.
And I beat Shadru in Losers Finals to get there.
Yeah.
And I beat him Game 5, like a tight set where he didn't get like a down air or something. He input an air instead. And he's like, oh, if I had done that dare, I would have beaten
Shadru,
you.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you didn't, idiot. Use your fucking C-stick, moron. Yeah. I'm sure he's a fine kid, but I'm just like, shut up, idiot.
That's what he does.
Yeah,
He'll be
I'm sure.
I missed the input on this. And
it's like, well, then don't miss the input, motherfucker. That's how we play the game.
But have you seen any of his recent sets? He's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got a good punny.
Yeah.
It's just like, he could just take it. Well, here's the thing, right? I think he's not at that caliber of level of like a Luco, an extra, or a Ben Gold, where it's like he has the ability to just pop off on these crazy, or a Jono, where he just has this ability to pop off on these crazy plays and play like that. But we haven't seen him outside of Queensland, so who knows? Maybe he is just really good.
He's gone outside of Queensland.
Yeah.
Not for Ultimate, I don't know though.
Really?
I don't know if he's done any Ultimate sets outside of Queensland.
He that's why I'm saying I don't think he's gone out of state for Queens for
The
Ultimate.
thing about Shadru is he has so little variability in the way that he improves.
Yeah.
He's consistently always moving his way up. Like he'll be crap for a really long time, but eventually he will always get his inputs.
Yeah, because he was like sort of whack at the start Ultimate, but I knew he would be good just because he's that kid that grinds.
Yeah.
And he'll adapt to the game. And he eventually did, and these characters got buffed, so lucky him.
Yeah. Well, his character was in a bad spot.
Yeah.
So
I think Sadauer won't win. I think Sadauer won't even make top 6.
Oh!
I think he could make top 8, but I don't think he'll make top 6. Just because we're too good at the Snake matchup, and I think his Lucina's good, but
not good enough.
I think Saber's Lucina's better. And not to blow up my boy Finn because I love him. I know he's watching. But when we were playing friendlies like an hour ago, I didn't lose a single game to his Lucina. So we played like 10 games. So. And that's like a 7-3 matchup for Pokemon Trainer. So.
All right. So he's not making
his Snake's
top
really
6.
good though. His Snake's really good, but is it better than Tommy's? And does it stand up against all the Vic?
Yeah. The power they bring in.
Well, I'm supposed to be saying a Queenslander will win.
Yeah, you have to pick the Queenslander now.
The Queenslander...
There's leftover top-level players are Chris... I'm sorry.
Chris won't win.
Yeah. And Ari.
Really?
They're
Is
the
Ari
top
that high?
5.
Really? Ari's that high?
He just got top 5 and
we love
killed
Ari.
E40.
Cool, we love Ari.
Yeah.
Ben Gold. Ben Gold's most likely to win. In my head, it goes Ben Gold, and then... Oh, nah, no way. It's just... we would live in a world where that just doesn't happen. Sorry. Ben Gold.
Ben Gold.
Yep.
Ben Gold, all K rule.
Because he can just pull it out sometimes, and it's just nutty.
It's so good to watch.
It is really fun to watch. Yeah. That's my favourite top 8 of all time.
It's been
so good.
I rewatched it recently. I could watch the finals. I couldn't believe it.
Holy shit.
Anyways, yeah, so Ben Gold's doing it. Is he going all K rule or is he going Bowser?
He's going all K rule up until he versus Nick, where he goes Bowser.
Right.
That's my plan. That's what I reckon.
You reckon does Bowser be able to do anything? Don't you guys have Boozer down there?
Yeah, but he doesn't play that much.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I know him and Extra have even played a set in ages. I reckon they have.
All right, so Ben's winning it.
Yeah, I reckon Ben's winning SSU. Sorry, Nick. Get fucked. Do you know what's really funny?
No.
I bought, you know the sticker, the fuck Ben Gold sticker?
Yeah.
I bought one and gave it to Nick.
Are you going to egg him at SSU?
Nick?
No, Ben.
Ben, yeah.
$5 an egg.
Surely the Catchwarriors president gets free egg to egg Ben Gold. Surely I get some fucking esports clout.
Benefit, yeah. I'm going to buy it. I support the cause of egging Ben Gold.
Yeah, totally. It's so worth it. And it all goes to the Croc Fund, so...
That's honestly less incentivized than just egging Ben Gold.
Yeah, no, same. It's like the Croc Fund's the cherry on top of getting to throw something at Ben Gold.
Yeah.
We need to get him goggles, or else he'll like a shell will get in his eye and he'll go blind or something.
Damn it.
Yeah, if only we could make him blind.
If only I love the egg all over the whole face
concept.
And
totally.
Just like getting the eggshell stuck there.
Yeah, please stop. People just pick up items. They're out of eggs. They're just throwing chairs at him.
I actually thought that might have happened. If it will happen.
Yeah, I think I'll escalate it to that level if I can.
You'll be the first to throw
I'll be the first man to throw the Molotov. Yeah.
All right, I think the final segment, because we need to get you home before the buses stop.
Yeah, when do the buses stop?
On a Wednesday, 11.
No, that's chill. Cool.
Yeah, but we usually finish these at 11, and I'm like, I should just cut down the time.
I'm worried about this one.
But yeah, we're doing the Twitch questions, guys. So pump the Twitch chat full as quickly as you can with your questions. And hopefully you can choose them.
Yeah.
Jack will read them.
I would love to. So we're doing, what's the explain this image?
Oh, no, we're doing the explain. We're not doing Twitch questions. Everyone, what I just said, I'm an idiot. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
This is my malnutrition kicking in where my brain's defunct. We're doing explain this image. I don't have to prepare this, so I completely forget about it every time.
Yeah.
But there's obviously going to be some images out there that are of you that maybe they need a little more context.
Now, really quickly, this is definitely the one of me sitting over Kaido in the yellow hoodie. I reckon, but that's my guess. But yeah, go on.
I don't know how Jet finds these, but they're all golden. And we're going to describe them. You can describe them and then explain what's actually going on behind the image.
God, I
don't
I'm not
do the
naked.
tunes anymore.
I really hope I'm not naked, but yeah, come on. Oh,
it's a good one. Okay. I remember this one.
Really good photo. So that's me at Madman Brisbane.
Describe what's in the image.
In the image is me and the Urs. I think it's like a Love Live thing. It's an anime thing.
Right.
It's me with a love heart. It's a photo
inflatable love heart behind
my
you.
girlfriend was not very happy about. Yeah, it's
bunch of girls in maids outfits.
Yeah, maids. They're idols, singers. And they're like a group idol thing, but they're in an anime, and that's like, yeah. So would you like me to explain what happened with this image?
Yes, and Indopro, you can help explain too.
Yeah,
he took this image, and he's a photographer in.
Mike, I don't know any of the fucking Love Live cunts. The show's terrible.
Really? I heard
this
good
show's
things.
terrible. Nah, fuck it.
I would never watch
Not
something
rated.
so,
Yeah.
But
Not rated. It's just so pandering. Oh, fuck it. So my bit whenever... I hate anime conventions. I fucking hate anime conventions so much.
How come?
Just, I can't deal with nerds, man. I actually can't deal with...
You run Smash tournaments.
I know, but
but
I can't deal with like anime nerds and just how like weird and elitist and shitty they are.
Right.
It really shits me. So when Whenever I go to an anime convention, I like to take the piss and just get photos with like cosplayers and just do the weirdest pose possible. If you see me, I'm like doing like this weird photo, and I see all these guys. I'm like, oh, this would be really fucking funny.
You've got like the money grub hands.
Yeah.
Like you've got some scheme going on.
Yeah, I've got a big scheme going with these lovely ladies. Yeah, so I was just like, it would be really funny if I got this photo and IndoPro was there. I'm like, yo,
take this photo.
Yo, Ramit, come the fuck over here and take this photo. And yeah, so that's how that photo came to life. And it's a good photo. Yeah, it's really good.
I think everyone, what they're taking away from this is that you're a secret Love Life fan.
I love. Yeah. I love Maki, and I want to kiss her on her face.
You know one of the characters' names?
Only because Blaz said it.
Oh, okay.
I think Maki's the one with the black hair, and she's like short. And
is that the
no? That's
sweet,
Yohane.
sadistic. Is that one? The meme?
No, that's a different show entirely. No, Yohane, I think, is the one I like.
Okay.
Yeah, Yohane's the nice one.
All right, next image, because...
Oh, there's more than one.
Oh, for sure. Explain this image.
Oh, fuck.
What is this? Is that a wheelchair?
Oh, that was such a bad night. Oh, fuck.
You're doing some sort of... soljutsu with your hand.
Dude, that was such a bad night. Okay, so this is at the Rambat Hall, and this was one of the nights where I got really drunk at the Rambat Hall.
Are you in your undies?
Yeah, I'm in my undies.
Right. Twitch shirt.
Esports, baby.
Esports.
When you lose to MGK, because I'd lost to MGK at the Rambat at that point.
And that would have been in Smash 4.
Yeah, Smash 4. I hate Smash 4 Ganon. And yeah, I was just going to the toilet. I was fucking so drunk. And in the toilet at the Rambat, and there's just this wheelchair, and so I come out of the toilet in my undies. I'm just like going around, and I accidentally bump into my girlfriend and like run over her foot, and it was a whole thing. And then some guy was like breaking into cars outside the Rambat Hall, and we couldn't leave because he had like a gun, and it was so fucked.
So you're just rolling around in your wheelchair.
Yeah, it was so fucked. Yeah,
were you munted in this photo?
I was so drunk, brother. I was like blind. One of those, because that was when I had like no drinking problem, but I definitely didn't respect
alcohol.
The way, like in a way that was like, oh, this makes me an idiot. So, what Rambat was this? It's the first time I lost to MGK, and I went outside and I kicked the metal railing. That's all I remember. I would have been really new. Yeah, like it was like 10 of us left. It was like me, Duon, Yosh, Sharmas, Ignis, like a bunch of them.
So you reckon the Smash scene helped you sort of understand that about alcohol?
No, Smash scene made me like a real fuckwit with alcohol, but I think my just like growing up a bit helped me understand like alcohol is a social booster. It is not a social net where like I just drink alcohol and I'm cool socially. No,
I learnt that recently when I vomited all over somebody's toilet.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
It wasn't fair. They made me do King's Cup with coffee.
Yeah, that's not okay. Yeah. I think here was like the point where I was just drinking to get as much as possible.
Yeah.
Whereas like now I drink and I get drunk, but I'm not.
Like, yeah.
And if I get blackout drunk, it's because it's like a massive time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like BAM after party or SSU after party.
Oh my God.
Oh, here it comes.
I can't wait.
This
That's
Saturday,
so
Sunday. No, Sunday, yeah.
I'm going to get so fucking drunk.
It's going to be
Cannot
a fun time.
Cannot wait.
I think we might do something. I might go around interviewing people, so don't get
that'd
too
be cool.
munted.
That'd be cool. No, I definitely get way too munted.
All right. Alcohol's a social booster. Sicko.
That's it.
All right. Explain this image. I think there's a third. Oh, boy. There's probably hundreds. Oh, yeah. This is, I think someone took a photo of you with this, and the caption was
Purisk is in the background.
Purisk?
Yeah, on the left.
Oh, he's not Purisk.
Urisk,
He was a misunderstood,
I love Urisk.
angry individual.
I like Urisk. I think he's a nice guy, but I just loved. I think Purisk is such a funny nickname.
It was.
I can never say no. Yeah. So this photo is me receiving the BAM Community Award at BAMAT.
Someone took a photo of you and captioned it, "This is our best TO."
Yeah.
This is the world we live in.
Ooh, whoopsie daisies. I need to stop.
Tugging on the cords.
Yeah, I know.
We have a little bit of tug. Yeah, so you're dressed in a Daisy outfit, like you said.
Am I? Oh,
Is that
yeah,
Daisy?
yeah, no shit, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I am in a Daisy outfit. No, didn't even notice that. But yeah.
This is explained, so we got to describe it.
Okay, yeah, describe.
That's some
yeah,
good
I'm in a
cosplay.
Daisy. Yeah, dude, my man boobs are putting in some fat work there. Like, and that was such a tight fit. I still have this outfit. It's George McDacus's. His tag was MD Amazing. He was a pit main.
Right,
Used
that's
to
a
hang
really
out.
good name.
Yeah, he did MD at the Bear Mate.
What a surprise.
Yeah, so, and he apparently played off chops. He was really doing great. So yeah, I got the community award, and this is actually sort of a controversial award. I wasn't supposed to receive it. It was supposed to be Dom Hines, my current lover and stream guy for Melee. I love him so much. He's the best. Supposed to be given to Dom Hines, but there was a miscommunication. It was given to me that year.
Oh.
So it's a bit controversial. And
you
yeah,
had to fucking accept it in a Daisy outfit. You're
Yeah,
doing the controversial
I
shit.
was-
In the back of your mind, you're like, oh, fuck.
I didn't even know at this point.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
like, fuck yeah, I'm sick. But yeah, so I wore the Daisy outfit for some reason. I just thought it would be a piss take if I just got in a Daisy outfit.
Okay, because I was going to say, did you
Oh,
lose
because
a bet?
Umeki was there. No, I remember.
Okay.
Umeki was there, and the joke was I'd come in a Daisy outfit and take the piss and like kiss Umeki on the cheeks and shit. Umeki being the Daisy player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it. I can't remember. Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a weird reason, though. But
I
you're young, so
I
I,
love
guess that you're
taking the
able to make
piss.
the decisions that you were made.
well, I cosplay as a girl. I try and cosplay as like a girl anime character at every.
Bam.
But I didn't do it last year because I was too fat and I wouldn't fit anything.
Aw.
Or this year rather, because I Pudge Leaf cosplay. Shit, you're so right.
Who's Leaf?
Female Pokemon trainer.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Blue
easy to
is
do.
her actual name.
That'd be easy to do, too.
Yeah, totally. I think I might do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Actually, I'll do that for like Big Win, Big Cheese or something.
Big cheese.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, next one.
Is there another one?
Probably. No.
No.
We're
Oh well.
getting a shaked head.
Yeah.
All right.
It's blue. Shut up, idiot. Yeah, cool. Well, that was good. Those were some good images.
I was kind of disappointed. I was expecting the ones where, like, you know, you've got the drawings on your nipples from the last ban, or
Oh, yeah, that was fucked up. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened
or
there.
just like you sit. What was the one that you described before it came on? The one where you're sitting on top of.
Oh, Kaido, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a photo of me sitting on top of Kaido. So I couldn't get to bed at Gong 2, and Kaido was like sitting next to me. And so I got a photo of me, like in my undies, like riding Kaido like that. And he's waking up and he's just, Jack, what are you doing? Jack, stop, I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, real. Yeah.
I think the problem is you probably have too many photos that.
There's too many just
yeah.
fucking stupid photos
And
of me.
Vic is notorious for that, eh?
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
just, like, the cameras come out, man. It's
What's
it's
the photo where there's
cursed.
like cursed photos?
Yeah.
There's one where like Sam Glover is
Oh,
like.
Duan's, he's sucking Duan's dick.
Yeah,
That's so funny. Okay, can I tell you a really funny story?
go for it.
So, okay, so just to let everyone know, that's a dildo that they
Yes.
found at the house, and so it's not actually his dick. I didn't know that for like a year, and I thought just
thought
Duan had
they
a
got-
massive cock. I was like, damn.
I thought they just got munted, and that's just like,
Yeah, that's just like the gags.
Yeah.
They do that. That's the thing. They literally, there's a photo of Pat Sanders naked on top of Josh Southern, who's naked, and it's like just chill. Yeah. So that's the shit that goes down at EBS. EBS is like our crew for like,
Right.
Yeah, like Josh Southern, Jazzy.
yeah. All good guys. I think I've met all of them.
Yeah,
At OHN.
Yeah. We had like a big crew at OHN. It was really fun. Yeah, and so the story there was so, because Jason, the guy who's getting his dick sucked,
Yeah.
was on the dole, and they're like, so we're gonna do a little experiment. We're gonna try. You know, we want to make your resumes really clean, so we're gonna try and find dirt on your resume. And guess what fucking image they found?
No way.
Oh no! Wait!
Oh my
Actually,
God.
wait. I think Jason brought it up on purpose. Like,
Oh, okay.
do you have anything that could
Yeah.
possibly look bad on make
he
you
went,
look bad on social media?
Listen.
And Jason's like, yeah. So, fellas, I got a story. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's just too funny.
That's so good.
Yeah. So did we want to do questions now?
Yeah. Okay. So Twitch chat, get your questions in. I think we can do them till about 10. Because
Yeah, cool.
I have
Let's
no
chill.
idea. Maybe if Jet wants to do a quick journey planner, But he's got what actually he does with the questions is he brings them up and posts them on like a little thing because we talk about them.
Yeah,
So
cool.
maybe not. But yeah, get your questions in now, guys. We're starting the Twitch chat questions. You don't have to be a subscriber or even have to follow it, but you know, we love you either way, and we appreciate your support if you do subscribe or follow. But
I
yeah,
really like
just
this Jet Fantastic one.
Go for it.
Who's your favourite non-Ultimate Smash player for each game? Melee. For Melee, it's got to be Domby. I just love the vibe. Do you know Domby?
No.
He's the Melee Fox from Victoria. Always hitting the VBs.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, really good guy. Love him.
Is PM a game?
Yeah, PM probably Gemma. Like
Not
Jamie
Jet
Kogorski.
Fantastic?
Not Jet Fantastic, I'm sorry.
Rip.
For 64, it has to be... See, the problem is, for 64 and Roa, I only really know the TOs. So, for Roa, it'd be S&C. He's just, like, such a good bloke.
Doesn't Maribor play Roa now?
Yeah, maybe, but I still have to do S&C because I love S&C.
All right.
And for 64, it has to be Simeon, who's also the TO, but he's such a sick cunt.
I mean, there's no shame in shouting out your boys.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
So, Millis Cara, what's your favourite thing about me? You're a commie. Next question.
Done.
How many victories will we have at Salty Sweet?
That's tomorrow,
one.
right?
Yeah, one, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. Hopefully one. I think just go in with the best boys with crews.
I heard mention that there's 4 Queensland crews.
Oh, really? Well, then, yeah. Well, cool. I'm going to have...
Make as many as you want, I think.
Yeah, cool. Done. We'll get a Thunderdome crew up then.
Yeah. Right.
Favourite player from each region in Australia? Oh, okay. So, this is easy for me. For Perth, it's Big Win Beer. For South Australia, probably Andre. I love Andre. So many good... Like, I love Ghost, Andre.
I like Con.
Yeah, Con. He's Conley's funny cut.
I beat him at Ochen.
I beat him at Ochen as well. Oh, yeah, we double-teamed him. We're in the same pool. For Victoria, it's probably like my roommates, KMS or Extra. Right. For New South Wales, it would be like Chef, Saucy Dancer, Pat, or Atlows. I love all of them. They're so good. For Queensland,
it's your boy
Cap.
No.
I'm sorry, we just haven't hung out enough, Cap, but I have enjoyed our time now. Queensland's hard. All of the 4-1 guys. I love Gus. We're both PT guys, so like Gus is like just Gus the chill hangs. Sadao is really funny because like I can always like talk to him about like things I'm really interested in. He's got like really good knowledge about games, really good knowledge about anime, really good knowledge about music, even though he likes math rock, which is lame, but what do you do? Favorite and Janan for Northern Territory.
Right.
Love Janan. Oh, and Tasmania Luma. I love Luma. Such a lovely boy.
Oh yeah, I know.
Sedo, how sick would Leon Kennedy be in Smash? Leon Kennedy is like, I forgot about him, but it goes Dark Souls guy, Leon Kennedy, and then Marina from Mischief Makers.
No Master Chief, no.
Fuck Master Chief. I've never played Halo in my life.
No Crash.
I wouldn't mind Doom Guy. I wouldn't mind Crash. Like, there's heaps I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I think they'd be fine.
But those are your
They're ones
your
I'd be like, yeah, super sick. What would you want to see out of a hypothetical Smash 6? I actually made a post about this today.
Really?
I would want...
this on Twitter? Or?
Yeah, on Twitter. I want a 16-man cast. I'd want weird mechanics, like really out there, like Roa-like mechanics.
Okay.
I'd like totally change the formula, I reckon.
That's nutty. 16 man?
16 man, yeah. Just refine it really hard. I
like that, yeah.
Because, like, what does it matter having a 70-man roster when, like, every sword character's forward air is the exact same move?
Yep.
You know? Fuck it. Not worth it. Oh, I forgot who my favourite NZ player is. Smoz. I love Smoz. He's such a sick cunt. Smoz or Justino? Nah, he's New Zealand.
It did say New Zealand as well, yeah. Smart.
Who's your favourite Ultimate player that's relatively shit at this game?
Who asked that?
Yeah. That one's a mean one, but I agree with it. Who's relatively shit at Smash and I love them? Jazzy. Jazzy and Jash. They're dog shit at this game. And Indo Pro.
Of course it's got to be
and Indo Pro. They're my three.
Thirsty boys. Come on, guys.
Yeah. When's Vic Regional Cruise? I do want to do Regional Cruise. I think we should. I'll get it organised. Just remind me. We'll do it instead of a Stage Smash. We'll do Regional Cruise plus Arcadian.
We thought about doing Regional Cruise. It was happening in the group chat quite a lot, but then it was really tough because it was just like, oh, what do we do? North side, south side, like north side of the river, and
so
it gets really,
it gets real muddy.
Yeah.
What I did was like, places that are identified as like a suburb, like a because we have regions, we have city, like the city of Bayside, the city of Casey, the city of this, and it's like all these big towns. So it's like really easy to tell where you're from, and we give a bit of leeway on who's where. Like if you're like just a bit out of it, it's like whatever.
You can choose or pick a little bit.
What Australian players have the sickest clips, are the most fun to watch? I think Benjamin, my old teammate from Tahit.
Okay.
Now moved on to Admire My Rank or Venture, sorry.
Nice.
Which I think they've formed. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just got these like nutty weird little setups. I also really like watching Extra just because his advantage is so fucking good. I hate playing against Nick. Like I spend like when we play friendlies, he comes up to my room and I'm like, let's play friendlies, and we sit down and he just keeps me in advantage for like a straight like 30 minutes. I'm like, I'm getting too angry, Nick. You need to leave my room. Legit, I'd like switch off the switch. I'm like, sorry, this isn't helpful.
Him play.
Yeah, it is really
He's got
fun.
one of those play styles that's just like, and then you start popping off.
Yeah. Thoughts on me versus Militech in appearance? I can't tell the difference. You're like exactly the same. Legit. Sorry to say, you look 1-to-1.
I don't know Militech, but
he's like this Vic kid who I beat at the Rambit, by the way. Suck my dick, Militech. They look really similar, except Militech looks like just a lot younger.
Okay. I don't know how old Jet Fantastic is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack, says Indro Pro. And they are doing regional Queensland cruise at Salty Sweet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, usually I think we should break it up between like Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, and Brisbane. But Brisbane would just be so OP.
Yeah, Brisbane would just rock people.
Yeah.
Worst PT costume.
Oh, that's a good one.
There are no bad ones, but the worst one.
Why is there no pink?
Regular, just regular. There is a pink. There is a pink, but like
pink.
the trainer isn't pink.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Pink's my favorite color.
Nice.
But like they have like the pink Pokemon, like pink Zard, pink Squirtle, pink Leaf, Bulbasaur, but the characters in pink. It's so whack.
I usually like the yellow colors. They got a yellow one.
They've got a gold one, a really nice gold one. Yeah, so that's probably like the regular, just like classic like male PT.
Yeah.
I think that one's really shit.
Ugly. What's the one on screen now? Has everyone been paying attention to the Pokemon trainer running in the background?
Yeah, it's the Corvid skin.
Is that what
Because that's the one he used for Charizard and Smash World, the blue skin.
Okay. What game is that from? Because aren't they all like from like
that's
Diamond
Gen 6, I think, I want to say.
Are you a big fan of Gen 6?
Sucks dick. Gen 6 so bad. XY's so bad.
You
the
got a
worst
favorite Pokemon?
Scourge. Yeah, Chansey. Chansey or Ferret. I like the normal types a lot.
Isn't Chansey from Gen 3?
Gen 1.
Okay.
Man, you don't know your Pokemon,
Not
brother.
even close.
That's insane.
I only ever played Gen 3. Harry,
Really?
my brother, he played like 1 and 2 and he never let me play it.
Really?
Yeah. He would show me.
Is he the older one?
Yeah. He'd be like,
He's
"Look."
the older one.
Yeah.
Everyone says you're the older one, I bet.
Yeah, no, we do
Yeah.
that game where it's just like, who's who?
Yeah. No, I thought you were the older one.
No, he used to be like, look, I caught a legendary. And I'd be like, cool. And I went to touch the screen and he'd just take it away.
No. Go on.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And then I've only ever played the Gen 3 one.
Yeah, Gen 3 is pretty good.
So I've got a favorite. I just don't know anything about the game.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Probably Electrike.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I like the electric ones, and he was like the good one in Gen 3.
Yeah,
that I liked.
he's a bit of a sicker.
Yeah, I also like the fighting ones. Mankey was funny.
Yeah, Mankey's a sicker. He just fucks around. He doesn't give a shit, really.
That's me, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best part.
We got
What
a
is your
question.
second favourite manga after Berserk? Berserk isn't my
Berserk.
favourite.
It's not?
Berserk is my second favourite.
Is
my
that because-
first favourite is Oyasumi Pumpun.
I don't know it.
It's a coming-of-age story about a kid who's like a bird. Like he's not actually a bird, he's a kid, but he's represented by this like little bird character.
Okay.
And it's about a coming-of-age story in a household of where, you know, the family structure's pretty weak. The dad is abusive to the mum. They break up.
That's fine.
He sort of lives with his uncle. And it's sort of... The whole point of the story is sort of to say... No one's going to come sweep you off your feet and fix your life because they love you. There's no happy ever afters.
You got to learn to fly.
Yeah, it's really sad, and I cried a lot reading it. And if you ever want to read... It's the best piece of media anyone's ever made, I think.
Ooh.
Like, the best piece of art ever made is Osumi Pum Pum.
Okay.
It's insane. You have to read it. But Berserk's insane. Berserk's so good.
I was thinking, like, how could you, like, not think Berserk's the best? And then you gave me the description.
I did,
It sounds like it has the ability to do so.
It's a lot of emotion. But Berserk's insane. Berserk's so good.
Even all the shitty parts where it's after the best arc and you have to deal with, like, the fucking...
Yeah, no, it's still good. I think I think Berserk only gets better.
Yeah?
I think it never dips in quality.
Okay.
Even... Okay, so the boat arc is good, but because he was releasing it like every 6 months, it was shit because it was so drawn out.
Yeah.
I think people hate it just because how drawn out it was.
Yeah, if you slap into it, it's not so
Yeah, because
bad.
I read it when it was coming out. I'm like, this is painful. Fuck the boat
it's
arc.
Tough.
And then I went for my read through again. I'm like, actually, this is really short. It's not that big of a deal. Favorite JoJo part, if you've read JoJo. I think JoJo sucks, but my favorite part is probably 4. I'm actually currently reading part 6, Stone Ocean, with Jolene. I think that's really good. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Everyone keeps trying to get me into it, and it's the number one reason why I don't get into it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think it sucks. I think JoJo's not that good, but
Okay.
a lot of it's really good. A lot of it's really shit.
What's your mainstream anime you really like? Like Naruto or
No, don't like Naruto.
My Hero Academia?
No, don't like My Hero. I
what's
know. I'm a real fucking elitist piece of shit.
Okay.
I'm the kind of anime fan I hate.
Okay.
Of
course. You're the type of anime watcher who goes to a convention.
Yeah, exactly. NGE's like pretty mainstream now. So
What's MGE?
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, yeah. That's on Netflix now. It's hella...
Oh, Soul Eater. Soul Eater is my favorite one that's like really popular.
Okay.
Yeah, Soul Eater's super good. But it's only because that was like one of my first proper anime. Oh, and Full Metal Alchemist. I love Full Metal
Alchemist. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Really, really solid.
Yeah.
Pudge, I love you. Oh, thank you, Gary.
JoJo's kick-ass.
Yeah. It has its moments. Rankings for remote I've seen read. Nah, it's like 4 over 5 equal to 6 over part 1 of like the first half of 1 over 2 over 3 over the second half of 1.
Evangelion is what we're being told to...
Evangelion's so
Grail,
good.
Not Evangelion. That's what I'm told.
It's whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I've only seen the anime series. I think it was only like the first season, but there's like a bunch of movies.
Yeah, the movies suck. Don't watch the movies.
Cool.
The movies are so bad. Like, so the movies are remakes of the original.
Yeah.
And part 3 of the remakes, the third movie, I think is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even joking. I hate it that much.
How does it dip in quality so bad? Is it by the same people or?
Yeah, but it's just a big cash grab.
Okay.
You know, so it's
Fair
like
calls.
there's no actual artistry to it.
Yikes.
Pudge, Maricado, CTR. I think
It's got to be CTR. Don't even.
I'm gonna go with a weird part here. I think kart racing games fucking suck, and I hate both of them.
Have you played CTR?
Yeah, I played CTR. I played CTR when I was a kid. I haven't played the remake, but the Thunderdome boys are on it pretty hard. The Thunderdome boys, rather.
It's pretty goddamn good. It's
I
like
don't know. I just don't like kart races. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand the appeal. I don't like racing games though.
yeah, all right. Fair
Yeah.
calls. I'm not.
I'm
a huge
really
fan.
bad at them as well, so that might be it.
Maybe a little.
But you're a big
contributing
CTR guy.
factor. I didn't know if I was gonna love it, and I was really skeptical about it because it was remade by Activision, and I didn't like the last remake of Crash. And I am 100% autistic about Crash. I'm obsessive.
I think Crash is really good.
Yeah.
Crash 1 through 3. Twin Sanity's really good as well.
Twin Sanity's alright. Someone told me Twin Sanity's the best, and I went,
They're dumbasses.
Yeah,
They're not as good as 1, 2, 3, but I really liked it for what it was.
yeah, it was. No, CTR, it combines all of the kart races that Crash has done.
Yeah.
It sort of like... I told Jet that I wouldn't talk about Crash in the next podcast, but here I am. It combines all the kart races. It gives all the maps back. You get free. You have to spend your little currency on the different skins and like characters and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get the coins for coming first and shit, right?
Yeah. But there's so much game in it, and like it's so unlike
There's a lot of
Activision.
content. There's a lot of content, hey.
And they're doing like every month they're releasing a new track, new characters,
That's
new
insane.
decals. But the one thing that they've done recently that's really fucking shit me off is that they've made it pay for the Wumpa coins. You can now pay for it. It's an option. You can still earn them.
And you just like you hack through it, hey.
It's
You just like buy
dangerous.
shit.
It's just like, why would you Anyway.
Oh, this is a good question. Opinions on DigiBro. He's a big anime YouTuber. I love a lot of his work. He's a weird pedo though. He defends pedophiles, so I don't like him. And he's like a weird. He's like just like a contrarian for being a contrarian a lot of the time.
Okay.
But he has a lot of good takes on stuff, and he's really knowledgeable about anime. But he's also a pedo defender, so I don't like him.
That's tough. I feel like, why is it that there are some anime people who just like? Why is it like a trend? Some people are just like into
super
the little
into
girl.
the little girls.
Yeah.
Well, that was me when I was like 16.
You're into little girls?
Like Lolita stuff. Like I was like, oh yeah, you know, like 14-year-old girls, you know.
Yeah, okay.
But then I grew up. I'm like, wow, this is really fucking weird. They're like really sexualizing children here.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I think there's in Japan. So I went to school in Japan for about a month.
Oh, nice.
Worst time of my life.
Not
Japanese
nice.
school's fucked. I think you don't get to live being a kid in Japan. It's just so serious. You're at Juku, which is like cram school at night. You're just like, it's just, you barely get to live your life as a kid. And I think that's why and then you go straight into the workforce and you're like, it's just so fucked. You
don't get a childhood.
Yeah, you don't get child, and that's why there's so much escapism media about being a high school kid in anime. I reckon. I think that might be a reach. I might be like
but that's,
reaching there. And that's why I think they value like the lolicon bullshit, because there's a bit of this weird fetishization of childhood and childhood innocence. That's why I think it is. It's fucked.
That's fucked, but pretty interesting.
Yeah. Pudge, which character do you want nerfed the most? Lucina, probably.
Not Mega Man.
Nah, Mega Man's dumb, but he's not like broken. Okay. Whereas I think Lucina's like legit to gen. Jack Geelong or Banana? Jack Geelong, which I don't think is very funny. I'm sorry, guys. But I think Banana is the least funniest thing on the fucking planet.
Really? I thought it was hilarious when I first heard about it.
Nah, I'm not about it. I just think it's just annoying because it's like it's so... it's just so everywhere. And like I see it and they're...
Isn't it pronounced banana?
I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I could not give less of a fuck. Favorite arcade game? I don't like arcade games. I'm sorry to say. Metal Slug. Metal Slug's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, really cool. I just need to quickly...
Cap, could you beat Switch?
Dude, I need my dailies. Variax watching. Best
could
MGS.
I beat Switch? No fucking way. That guy's like top 200 in the country. I'm not even close to Switch. Sorry. Yeah.
Best MGS, Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, go.
I'm going to speedrun some of these. No in F-Zero. I don't like F-Zero. Fuck F-Zero. Is there an inward drift... shut up. Twin Sandy. You can buy Wumpa coins. What the fuck?
Inward drift?
I don't know.
Wait, where's that question?
Up there. Is there inward drift carts in CTR?
Yeah. What?
Giguk is the only good AniTuber. Shut the fuck up, Blaz. Giguk's fucking trash. He has zero content. Watch like Canepa, who's not great. There's Kevin Nya, who's like a Perth Smash player, who's second on the Perth PR. He's also a big anime YouTuber.
And he does. Oh, everyone support him.
Yeah, he's good. He does good stuff. I have Japanese exchange students in my class, and what they've said is very strange. Yeah, they're a bit weird. I'll take it. We ain't trying to be funny. I think Jack Geelong isn't trying to be funny, you know. I think it's just like, what if everyone was just massive? I think that's like a good bit. But I also don't think it's that great. Is the Dome getting into WoW Classic? Nah, it would literally kill us, like our friend group. Physical or digital for games?
Digital.
Physical. I'm like a big game collector, but now I buy digital just because I just don't give a fuck anymore. I sold all my games off, so I just don't care enough.
Digital's just nice.
Piss Gang? Yeah, Piss Gang. I'm about Piss Gang.
It's not a question. Just said Piss Gang, but yeah.
Yeah,
Piss Gang.
Piss Gang. Piss Gang, Piss Gang, Piss Gang, Piss Gang.
Do you watch any like video game review?
Fuck, not really.
YouTubers?
I watch more like political stuff on YouTube. That's
and
really
anime.
Political and anime. That's the two sides of the same coin. You can take the anime pill or the communism pill.
I'll show you how deep the anime goes.
When can I be CW? Oh, I don't know.
Jack's on
the Peter Joseph Watson. I'm not dumbest cunt alive. I hate that guy.
Who's Peter Joseph Watson? Is he a political?
Political, like right-leaning guy. Just total dumbass.
You hate all the right-leaning guys.
Yeah. I think because their worldviews.
Joe Rogan as well.
Yeah, fuck it. Joe Rogan.
What when he does funny? He's
I
like
don't care.
he's literal ape man, and he does funny podcasts with dumbasses.
Because he platforms Nazis. I can't support that.
It was so funny watching the Alex Jones one though.
Fuck, Alex. You don't platform that cunt.
He was nuts.
Yeah, he's nuts. It is fun. I will give that.
Totally fucking crazy.
Yeah. Best ContraPoints video is the one on incels. If there is a YouTube video you can watch the... I know
incels crack me up every time I hear about them. But yeah.
It's so you need to watch the incels video by ContraPoints. It's so good. Oh, wait. Okay, we have this game in the Dome. I'll quickly do Blaz's question, but I'll get the thing out. So, Blaz, if you could remove one character from the Smash, who would it be? That's a hard one.
Hero.
Nah, I love Hero too much. I love Hero too much as a character, and we can just ban him. Mega Man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just don't like playing against him. He's really boring.
Jeez.
Okay, what's your YouTube algorithm looking like? In the Thunderdome, what we do is we pull out the Thunderdome, which is like our group chat.
Yeah.
We pull out our phones and we see what's on the algorithm, the 5 videos that come up on your YouTube algorithm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you get exposed for watching like shit videos. Like.
Okay.
So number 1, what happened to Lawrence Spurrier? I've been super into like true crime shit recently.
Oh,
so I've been doing lots of that.
Those are popping off.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I love it. I think
Guilty
it's
pleasure.
terrible content. It's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Next, the Score Esports Evo 2019 funny moments and fails.
The Score Esports are...
They do good stuff, but they've fallen off.
They're hit and miss. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is brilliant.
It's like a good expose on this one thing. It's like, shit, that's cool. And other times, not really. How 88 Rising pushed Rich Brian from meme to yellow. Genius news. That's shit.
That's a little embarrassing.
Okay, the Indian Lake Project, more true crime.
Yeah.
This is another bad one. I've been watching heaps of tattoo videos.
Oh, really?
What should the age limit be for tattoos? Tattoo houses answer questions. All student debt in the US visualized. The best episode of Ned's Declassifieds. I know why that's there. That's not like, that's them pushing that on me.
That's a good video. I'd watch that one.
When you say you watch political videos, this one pops in my mind. How fucked is your YouTube recommendations? There wasn't much political stuff in there because I haven't really been watching much political stuff.
It's pretty adaptive. It used to be like you'd watch one fucking video and then for like
you
2
like
months.
Rabbit hole.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's how I became like a weird racist in like 2017.
You just started watching like whoever on YouTube over and over again.
It was like Matt guy. He's like had a skull. A lot of
He had a skull.
Yeah, Sargon of Akkad. Like
bullshit. That guy.
He's a fuckwit.
Yeah, you can pick those guys as being...
Yeah, I hate them. Favorite Vic Kid, Hazaka. Till the day I fucking die. Do you like H Bomber Guy? I love H Bomber Guy.
This is just you shouting at people. That's everyone in the chat's just
I know. Oh, who do you love me? Mundane Matt. Yeah, Mundane Matt. Oh, fuck. He's such a dumbass. Can't believe I liked him.
All of the guys who watch these guys are just like... backing out of the chat.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my chat, idiots.
Little Mac removed. Would you remove Little Mac?
Yeah,
instead
super
of
easy.
Mega
Yeah,
Mac?
fuck. Oh, yeah, that's probably a better one. Remove Lil Mac. Yeah.
That was a sad addition.
Least favourite Vic Kid, Mercury.
Yikes.
Yeah. I don't know,
Mercury
actually.
blast.
Least favourite... I don't hate any of the Vic Kids. I think you're all good little kiddies.
Good boys.
At a point, it was...
And girls.
Sepro. I really hated Sepro for ages.
How come? Just a weeb? Just a... Not a weenie?
Little weenie cunt.
Yeah.
But he's gotten a lot better, so...
Not a weeb.
Props.
Weenie.
Mercury's fine. He's just dumbass. He's a good kid, though.
That's the best thing to not like somebody for, though.
Well, just being
Like,
a
if that's the
dumbass.
worst thing about them, you're
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
good. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So
I mean, the
pros,
Vic,
cool now.
your kids, I was way worse than any Vic kid. Like, when I say, oh, this kid's a dumbass, you can't, like, and I'm sounding like an asshole, but, like, Sepro, when he was a dumbass, was way a million times better than me when I thought I wasn't a dumbass. You know, I was such a dipshit.
I get that when I'm, like, looking at myself in the past.
Eugene, worst Vic kid. Shut the fuck up, Gene. Actually, the worst Vic kid is Gene's. Fuck Hydro Pimp.
Oh, is he still... He's not a kid anymore, is he? He was in from since
Ryan,
4.
wait. Can someone link the Ryan ate pie out of bin image?
Ben Shapiro kid is the best Vic kid.
No.
You've unlocked all of the...
Yeah. Should I get going now? It's 10 p.m. I'm worried about getting home.
No.
It's been lovely. I didn't want to
No, that's all right. You will be right at this time, but I think we should wrap up.
Yeah, so
point.
really...
The questions have all devolved into, do you love me?
Do you like me? Do you hate me? Give me one really hot button question that I promise I'll answer
In the chat.
in the chat. Give me one that's like, oh shit, is he allowed to say this? And I'll
Yes,
answer it.
100%.
If it's good enough. If it's a shit one, I won't.
Yeah. This was a good listen. Yeah, you've dropped
Thank
some
you.
absolute jewels. I think you covered up, or you covered a lot of really good content
Oh,
in
thank
terms
you.
of like what we were
Well,
talking about.
I
I know
think-
we dug into like the business environment esports quite a lot, and that might not be relevant to a lot of the people who just play Smash, but it's really, really important to what they're doing in the future as well.
Yeah.
And like how that's going to be constructed, because like the kids don't get that, having a YouTube video of them playing is super important. They don't understand
Yeah.
that, and now it's super good. Can we do a rate? No, that's not your
that's
question.
that's not about. We don't do that. Like that, you just don't get the show if you ask questions.
Come
like
on,
that.
guys, really hard hitting.
No,
question.
it's a good one. Am I
Okay.
staunching Sepro? 100% easy, free.
Are you staunching him?
Yeah. Anyway, we gotta go.
Yeah. All right. So thanks everybody. Really appreciate it. I think the next time we might be doing some salty sweet content coming up, but
That'd be cool.
yeah, we love you all. I'm going back into the dungeon. I've got a little bit of a better quality little hole now because Jet realized that if he doesn't feed me, except for just cheese strings, I will die. So
Someone. Wait,
he's really helped me out.
is what you put in clothes to make us staunch. Would events are in the next 7 days, and they're 2 stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, I'm off. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thanks
we had a lot of people.
for being on here.
No,
Really
it was
appreciate
lovely. Thank you. It was really good. You're a very good host.
We're
Kate.
shaking hands if anyone
We are.
wants to know.
Let's hear the shake.
Beautiful stuff. All right.
Bye bye.
All right. See you all later. I love you all, but I love myself more.
Wait, don't tell her because Drano might be listening. But Drano asked me.
Why do you have? Okay. All right.
Adrian, Bussy asked me to grab a toothbrush, and I need a new toothbrush, so I got this matching toothbrush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, see you all later. Goodbye.